Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tides of Death. How are my favorite players in the world doing today?
Nick and I are doing well.
We're doing great, yeah.
Oh,
Not sure
what
about
about
these
my
other
other
two.
two favorite
Okay.
players in the world?
Okay, dude. I'm doing great.
I'm doing all right. It's a good day.
Except
Good.
that I relapsed on League of Legends, but you know.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I-
man.
I relapsed on Dota 2. I blame Nick. Okay,
Yeah.
I put like 40 hours in the last week.
Have
into it.
you? Why have you not messaged me? We could have been playing.
I did message you, and you're like, "Oh, it's so and so's birthday," and I'm doing other things, playing Galactic Imperium.
My mother's birthday. A strong Irish woman, okay? Have a bit of respect.
Well, does anybody have a pirate fact for us to split some experience amongst the party?
Not this
Uh,
week.
My rabbit ate my homework.
That's pretty good.
Pirate facts.
I will do a quick recap though.
Well, hold on. Jan, do you got a pirate fact?
No.
Okay. All right, Mr. Moon.
Disappointing.
Speedy recap. We went to the Rocky Ridge, the Hookfin Island. We fucked around there for about 2 hours searching for a dragon, Telemachy Lenorum dragon. Telemachy is his name, Lenorum is the type. Basically, we messed around there for 2 hours, didn't find anything. Found something cool that heals you with a piece of the dragon's scale. If you put it in this slot in the wall, it will heal you. Eventually, we went to the very middle of the two islands, Rocky Ridge and Hookfin. And in the middle, we dove down, and then the dragon was there. We talked to the dragon for a bit. He rewarded 3 of us. Well, he was going to reward 3 of us, but 2 of us had requests that he could do. He rewarded Archie with some sort of extra ability, which I think we'll find out today.
No.
He rewarded Nilrim with a spellbook, which we'll find out about next week. And Sail
I got
asked for
screwed.
something, but got told to get fucked. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and that's where we ended.
My request was too vague. I never know what to ask for in
And
business.
then I don't know how Nick got fucked over this time, but he got fucked over.
Yeah, Nick didn't
this
get anything
time.
because he's not a human.
Yeah, I can't remember what I did wrong.
You're
something wrong.
undead.
Yeah.
You were too slow. He was going to give you something, I think. Mooten bargained
Yeah.
for you?
I bargained for you, and then the dragon kind of looked at you, and then you kind of just was like,
It wasn't
whatever.
communicated. No one was speaking to me.
Yeah, because it was all, under the table, low key.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I think
Okay,
got
John
fucked 'cause
doesn't
you're
need-
undead.
What did
That was a
Pokemon, or what
shitty
did
dragon thing.
Archie get? Can we reveal that?
Let's I think we find out in game, no?
Do you remember what you were told, Archie? Or
Um,
I'm sorry. Do you remember what you said that you were looking for or wanted?
let me. Yeah. So originally he wanted to bring John back to the way he was, right? And then Telemachy said that that only the person who made him like that can bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
So then Archie asked for, "Can you give me power to always protect my crew so that they never have to suffer again, like John did?" And then he had a little meal. He ate the whisker, and now we're here.
Okay. Interesting. Hopefully, we will find that out today.
Yeah.
And now that our party has left this underground area between these two islands, where are we headed to?
We're heading back to base to figure out where the White Prince's ship is. We scheduled some meeting or something?
We do have a meeting, I believe,
Yeah.
with someone.
How did we breathe underwater again?
I
Sail had a
cast.
spell.
Yeah.
You had a spell. Okay.
I have a spell, but it's not as good as Sail's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mage.
So
magic. Ha!
How do we get back up to the ship? Is like we just swim back up?
What's the
I don't think we've
duration?
been down there that long.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. I think the duration of your spell is still going, cleric.
Yeah, I think I did 2 casts. I split it up, but I think that would be 2 hours each. Let me double check.
Yeah, because you're only down there for 15, maybe 20 minutes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. The dragon
Yeah,
will...
it would have been 2 hours each. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What did we
Easy
see of the
peasy.
dragon again, Neil? Remind us.
It was really just like the face, and I think a claw came out at some point. You really didn't see much beyond like the head and neck. The body was shrouded in the darkness because there wasn't very much light down here.
I'm a little bit suspicious of it. So
Tell me
is there
more.
some puppeteering going on?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we should really be making allegiances to something else. Because there was a bit of a confusion about the dragon didn't know what Rohi was and claimed to be the god of the sea, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing that Rohi is. So it's a little. It seems like we're kind
Well-
of playing both sides in a way that maybe is a dangerous.
Does Rohi claim to be god of the sea, or is he just acting on his own agenda? I don't think he's actually claimed that title. That's a different thing entirely. Like, if we're going to have a theological debate, Rohi's entire religion seems to be just fuck the White Prince.
True. No, yeah.
Yeah.
With a sea theme, which could be misdirection. It could be like just some other god of some other things. It's like, yeah, I'll throw a few water spells into this cleric spell book, but unbeknownst to me, I might have like access to some spells that just because I don't know I can cast them because I'm aligned with this other deity that actually has a different domain entirely. Or, you never know what's going on with Rohi.
We're gonna meet back on Angel Island, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where
So
we're
we
going, yes?
we sent out the secondary crew to look for the clerics, right? That's what happened.
To send them a message to set up a meeting.
Just set up a meeting on Angel Island.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, back to the cruise base on Sulphur Island. It's quite a ways away. Do you want to go against the current or with the current? I think, considering the distance, it's probably about the same either direction. But one direction, passes a lot more islands and a lot more ships and territory that you're less familiar with.
What would make Nilrim look cooler navigating through?
Would cutting through the center actually be faster, or is the water faster on the outside?
It might be. You could, in theory, if Nilrim's really good, you might be able to cut through something like this and back out again. But it would save you marginal time, bring you into the Midlands where you would maybe run into stuff you don't want to, and if you fail his check, you would like end up in a really wrong spot, and it would take you a long time to get back. It would be cool, but it's unnecessarily risky.
Let's just go this way. We have the longship and we have ghostly rowers, so we'll just paddle back.
Yeah, with your ghostly rowers, you can row all night long, and then it's not too hard at all to
I'll give you a
travel
check
back.
as well.
Why not?
Yeah,
So
let's
I
just
guess,
see
like,
what it would have been. Oh,
Do-
see?
See?
You don't want to fuck that up.
No?
Does Archie feel different at all? Just very initially, is there anything noticeable about eating that whisker that has changed for him?
Yeah, you consume the dragon's whisker. It's kind of, tough and springy. I get the impression that as the drums are pounding, Archie's sort of like looking inward, trying to feel some sort of difference, right?
Yeah.
Looking for a sign that he's changed for the
Yep.
stronger, for the better, for the more protective.
He's like throwing out some punches into the air.
My dice. Wait, where's your character sheet? Hold on. Needed to look up your stats first. Yeah, there's a certain, I want to call it like a confidence. Not that Archie's ever been like a self-conscious or non-confident person, but there's a certain like steady confidence that comes with your fists these days. There's this, sort of, when you like hit just about 30 years old and you're like, wait a minute, I think I've got this life shit figured out. And nothing's
Yeah.
really changed in your life, but you kind of, there's more of like a self-owning of your things. That's sort of the feeling that Archie's getting. You can't necessarily say you're punching faster or stronger, but your focus is there and your confidence is there.
Interesting. Okay.
We sail back.
Yeah, we sail back.
Well, yeah,
Sorry.
let's have a little conversation along the way. So I think John's maybe a little bit quiet when we first get to the boat, but once we get going, I'll speak up and say, so, what happened down there? That was strange. Met this thing, spoken riddles. What came of it?
Normal
Well,
show
they-
you the spell book.
Wait.
The dragon
Give you that?
presented us with gifts.
Yeah.
I'll
What
look over
else?
to Sale. What did you get?
All I got is an audience with a liar and a delusional being that thinks it's a god. A waste of my fucking time.
Interesting.
Archie?
I mean, give me a snack. It was good.
Actually, isn't that like the second piece of a god you've eaten? You're starting a collection over there.
Yeah, it's you know what? Taste wise, a little better than the raw squid. But I'm not really sure what came of it. You know, John, I asked him to fix you up.
I didn't hear
Say-
that.
He
That's
said
the
he
reminds,
wouldn't.
John.
Didn't speak to
Um,
me.
I don't think it could.
Yeah, I think it didn't really like what you had. You know, Archie will like run his finger across your neck, going on there.
How's our friend gonna think about this?
I guess we'll you know,
Our friend introduced us to him, so
yeah, we'll find out. I'm sure it'll be fine.
we'll be fine.
It's not like
Done.
we did anything that's not in his interest.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Isn't that what they say?
That is what they say. Yeah.
Some people do say that. That's true.
Yeah. And it seemed like this guy wasn't a fan of the White Prince that much. So
Who is
Not
these
like
days?
the White Prince.
uh,
Well, I don't know. You might have a point with the wizard stuff, right?
I don't know
What
about
stuff?
that.
What do you mean?
How he says that wizards unchecked without proper control are just crazy and ruin everything.
Yeah, the Duke, the beer
We,
X did
we
have a
would know.
point.
We would know about that. Yeah.
That's funny. That's why I've got to keep you in check, Nora.
That's right, John.
All right. Well, you know, I've never seen a dragon before, so I suppose there's that.
Yeah, after John says that, Sale is going to take a moment to reflect and be like, actually, yeah, you're right. We've been through so much wild shit that I didn't even really consider how insane it is that we just swam down to the bottom of the ocean
It's not,
and shook hands with a dragon. And I'll turn to Archie, and you ate a piece of him.
I ate a piece of a dragon.
It was
Who
probably
even
one of
knew
the
that dragons
strongest
have
dragons.
whiskers?
We need to go drinking. This is going to be one of the best stories we'll ever tell.
That nobody's gonna believe us.
Yeah,
Well,
sailors
there's an
have always
island
told
over
tall
here that we
tales.
could go to, and I guess as we're passing at normal point.
The crew looks at John. John shrugs. Sure, why not? I guess. Try not
do
to
it.
kill anyone.
We'll stop here. Is there an obvious dock?
Yeah, there's a little port there. Yeah,
And we go.
Let
you
me,
can go.
Let me do
Um,
the talking here. Just be ready.
Do we cut to 3 days later and the town in flames as you sail away?
I think
we
we need one more. We need the conversation with the dockmaster when we land, and then we can cut to the town in flames.
Sure. You pull up your boat to the dock, and there on the dock is a man holding a small leather-bound book, and it's sort of shaking in his hands. And he holds it close to him. The dock is sort of not much else is happening here. It's a little town. There's some other fishing boats, and people's heads are down as they're like folding their nets and whatnot. But the one harbor master is standing on the dock, and hands a little Parkinson's-y.
I will step off my ship onto the dock and approach the man.
Hi.
You okay there, sir?
Yes, sir.
You all right?
Yes, sir.
Bit shaky.
Well, it's not every day that the Crimson Fists come and knocking on your dock.
That's right. Well, we're here to collect our taxes, so we'll be waiting in the tavern, getting some drinks. We'll be leaving in the morning, so as long as you can sort of collect them by now. What taxes do you pay to the White Prince, or did you pay to the White Prince?
I'm just the dock master. I just collect the docking fees. You're
Yeah, well, we'll take 5% less than the White Prince. You know, you get a good deal with the Crimson Fist. So you're going to have a word with whoever it is. We'll be in the tavern, and we'll see you tomorrow.
And with that, he turns
send over
and-
the blacksmith as well.
and begins to sprint into town as the party heads to one of the inns here.
Our reputation really does precede us.
Well, I mean, John, these are our islands now. They
Exactly.
belong to
That's
us.
why I was getting ready for an argument, so I was going to tell him, but it seems that they already know.
He was so shook up because he saw us. He was so excited. Like we're
Starstruck, I think. Yeah.
celebrities out here. Yeah,
I know.
I should have signed his ledger.
He
Oh,
would have liked that, Sale. Yeah, he would have liked that. Maybe you can go and chase after him. He doesn't look that quick on his feet.
No, I've been dying for a drink. We've been out in the sea for a long time, Captain.
We have.
That's all right. Okay. Well, as is tradition, when we make leave, time for your wages, guys. So I'll reach in and give them all like 30 silver for drinks.
What was this for the last 2 days, Captain? Where's the rest?
Yeah. Listen, just because you're celebrities now doesn't mean your wages go up. We can have
Archie
that
thanks him
conversation.
without putting it into question.
No,
I'll
we'll
buy
take
the first
bag
round
and
sale.
He'll give it to Seymour.
Seymour grabs just one of the coins and nibbles on it a little bit, turning it in his paws, keeping one eye on John, on the far shoulder of Nilrum from John.
I can't even look at Seymour at this point. It makes me so angry and sad at the same time.
He'll warm up to you. I know it.
I can't even warm up myself, mate.
Yes. That is a problem, man.
You make your way into the town square. There's a big fat sign hanging from a pair of hooks, sort of blowing in the gentle breeze, the little creaky. And this place is called the Damp Cat.
Do we not
Great
see any guards or anything like that?
Nope, not a single soldier or guard anywhere to be seen.
I guess if they are around, they're clever enough to make themselves scarce.
No, I guess we fucked this town up, baby.
Yeah, like, have we been here before? I look around. Is there remnants of like fires or anything like that? Have we been here?
No, it looks pretty intact. There's nothing damaged or destroyed.
What's the
something-
island
great.
called?
This
I'll ask.
island. Yes. This is Creighton Island.
Captain, when we go to
Sounds-
these islands, should we do a little bit of recruiting? Just, see
Well-
if we can see some people to bring back. Why not?
Do you know what we could do? It might warm my cold, dead heart. Perhaps we could have a bit of a fist fighting competition in the tavern tonight. Put a few coin down on the table, get some people to beat each other up. The ones who win, they can come back with us.
Yeah, I can be a judge. Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do that.
I'd also like an opportunity, Captain, to check out the theological matters on this island. If there's any clerics of Astaire that need re-education.
That's a good point, Sale. Yes, well, I think you need to wet your whistle first.
Oh, sure, that
Perhaps.
could be handled tomorrow. There'll be plenty of time.
Exactly, yeah, we can handle that in the morning.
No, we'll drink, but as they're doing their stuff, he's going to read through the Weatherlight Orphan papers. There seemed to be some sort of cipher code, so he's just going to spend like the entire day on that.
We've already made some dice rolls on that
we have,
cipher. Okay. Cool.
I'm going to see if anyone maybe notices when he's reading it, so yeah.
All right. Alrighty.
Wait, what was the Weatherlight cipher?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, was this something we found and I just have forgotten
Something we found months and months ago.
it? All right.
There was a weird woman in an orphanage. She had a book that she was making some remarks on, and there was some sort of like cryptic purpose for her, but Mouton botched his deciphering or code breaking check and has like been trying to figure out what the book says ever since. He's the
Gotcha.
smartest man in the land, and if he can't do it, no one else can. All right. You come on into the inn. Some folks take a look at you and go back to their stuff immediately. A couple of people on the far side of the room do like the double take and then watch until you make eye contact with them, and then they quickly put their heads back down. And if within a minute or two, they excuse themselves politely from the room and head on out, paying their bar tab on the way. Shortly thereafter, an old gentleman comes up to you. He's got like a faded bow tie, and he's got a shirt that used to probably fit him, but he's a little bit thinner in his old age, so it hangs sort of, loosely on him. And with his sort of unfixed eyes, he comes to your table and says, "My lords, my ladies, Can I get you anything?
Yes. Ale is it, lads?
Ale it
That's it.
is.
You got any
I don't-
anything stronger for the captain? Vodka, something like that?
Yes.
Moonshine?
Yes.
I'll take a bottle of that.
Yes.
And a small cup of ale for Seymour, and I'll point to the monkey.
His head turns.
He's earned it.
He looks at the monkey. His head turns back to you. I'm sorry, we only serve adults here. That monkey couldn't be older than 18.
He's a monkey adult, let me tell you.
Yeah.
In monkey years, he's old enough.
Yeah.
Norm looks up from his papers and just
Yes.
waves the wand and says, serve the monkey or I'll kill you. His magic fear wand.
You're not activating it though, right? You're just sort of waving
No, he's
it.
not activating. He's just like waving it around.
Very good, sirs. And with that, the old man turns and heads back to the bar, gets your drinks, brings back 4 mugs of ale, 1 little shot glass full of ale, and a full bottle of moonshine.
Great. I'll
That'll be
start.
50 silver.
That's a lot, right?
It's a lot.
Is it
yeah,
usually like a
mug
silver
of
per?
yeah, a mug of ale should be about a silver. The bottle of moonshine's probably the expensive thing.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
This one's on me, lads. I'll hand the guy 60 silver.
Oh, big money.
Keep him
Captain.
coming, old man.
All right, Captain. Okay.
That's right.
Very
Don't say I
good,
don't
sir.
do anything for years.
He
Say
heads
yeah,
back.
barkeep. Hey, you. Come back here.
Yes, sir.
These place get busy at night?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. You got some good fighters in here? In the town?
Not that I can think of.
Well, put the word out. There's going to be a little tournament tonight with 50 gold prize money for the winner.
Barkeep as well. Is there a blacksmith, a tanner, or like a glassworker in this town?
We have a smith and a tanner. No glassmakers.
Armor smith?
No, sir.
Okay. Do they make fine weapons or do they make weapons for the common folk?
Tools mostly, sir. And chains.
Okay. Can you point me in the direction?
He gets up and goes to the door and leans out the door and points down the road, sort of parallel to the street out in front. You know, seven houses down. You can't miss it. That's where all the pounding comes from.
Yeah. Captain, you mind if I go have a conversation with them?
As long as it's just a conversation, Miller.
Just a conversation. No one
Listen.
will go.
I
I'll
stand up.
see
I stand up after him, and I sort of like go up behind him and whisper in his ear, and I say, "If he causes any trouble, just bring him back here. Don't do anything rash on your own."
Got it. Thank you, Captain. Seymour. Normal clap.
I glare at Seymour as he runs off.
Seymour puts down the shot glass full of ale that he's finished and scampers across the table, over the floor, and hops up on Nilrum's shoulder. The two of them depart.
Sit
I'll,
back down.
I'll stretch my legs and stand up and say, well, I'll go help put the word out for the tournament. What is the tournament, Captain? It's a fist fighting thing, is it?
Just fighting tournament. Archie knows the rules, but
I
on
do.
that, I will reach into my. I'm gonna pull like there's like an empty table near us or something right now.
Yeah.
I will pull the empty table towards me, like dragging it across the floor, making a big loud noise, and I'll pull out a bag. I take off the string, opening the bag, and then I'm just gonna turn the bag upside down and pour out a big pile of 50 gold on the table and just leave it there next to me.
Well, it doesn't take long until one of the folks from a nearby table comes waddling over towards you. It's a middle-aged woman, and she puts one hand on the table that has the pile of gold and leans on it and goes, well, that's quite the display of wealth you've got going on here.
Careful what you're doing there, Missy. I know how many coins are in that pile.
I'm sure you do. But you wouldn't be showing it here if you didn't want to attract some attention, so what gives?
That's right. Well, you can find someone to fight you, and you can beat them up. Then you can find someone else, beat them up. We're gonna have a little tournament later. Fist fighting. Now, I'm not sure that you're built for it, but looks can be deceiving.
Archie's gonna judge them extremely on their characteristics, looking up and down.
She's a middle-aged farmer, you know? She's got some heft to her, but, like, you know, run-of-the-mill.
Archie's got like an ale or two in him at this point. No, I think she's got it. I think she's got it. I think she can roll this. You know.
Well, if Archie thinks you can do it, this here is
Yep.
the winner's purse. But
Yep.
there's bonuses along the way for people who show initiative and gusto. So why don't you stick around, get a few more drinks in you, and when this place gets a bit busier, maybe we can find you someone.
And bonuses, initiative, gusto.
Yeah. Even if you don't win the tournament, if you put in a good showing, there might be something in it for you.
She sits down in Nilrum's chair, uninvited. What do you mean? This is
I
more
hope
than
you
just
fight-
some fighting thing, right?
No,
Who
that's
are
not
you?
true. It is. You really don't know who we are?
Should I? I don't think I've seen you around before.
Well, actually, if you did know who we are, you probably wouldn't be seeing so rude sitting in my friend's chair.
She begins to sit up a little bit more straight. Takes her hand off the table near the coins.
Like I said, go and get yourself a drink. Stick around. I like you. You seem like you've got gusto, so I'm not going to hold this against you. But, yeah, get out of my table, please, and I'll see you later.
She quietly gets up and hurries back to her table, relaying the story of what she experienced with her other friends over there. And soon you're getting looks from them, and one person from another table comes over to their table to see what's going on, and word begins to travel throughout the bar that there's something going on here. Some folks head out a little prematurely, leaving their friends behind. But we're going to take a quick moment and take a look at what Nilrum is doing as he leaves the bar and heads for the blacksmith shop. You find it.
Little Miss Seymour walk there. How does this town look? Does it look wealthy? Does it look poor?
It's one of these little island towns. It's self-sufficient. It's got its own things going. There's some money here. There's some stuff, but it's not really anything to write home about. It's not wealthy, but they've got
Nobody
some
would care
money.
if it sank in the ocean, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got it. No, we'll go to the blacksmith shop. I'm sure he can hear where the pounding's happening.
Absolutely. Loud sound of steel slapping
Oh.
Steel.
Teresa knows where the pounding's happening.
Shut the fuck up. He walks in the door. He walks in the door. Do they have like weapons displayed? Armor,
There are no weapons, but there's
shields?
like some hooks and there's some chains and there's like a lantern on display. All sorts of tools, but nothing that's designed as a primary weapon.
I have an appraising proficiency. Is there
Mm-hmm.
a way I could like appraise like how good of like craftsman?
Absolutely,
this
yeah.
is? Okay.
Make me a appraising check.
31.
This is a very average craftsman. They will make some stuff. It'll take a little while. It probably won't look super good, but it'll hold up under duress and under stress. Decent quality. It's fine. It's like what you would expect from one of these random towns and random islands out in the middle of nowhere. Just
Looking for the legendary craftsman.
no, this is definitely not. This is some,
Excuse
been
me, sir.
handed. Yes. Coming out from behind a little wall is a young man. He's got his tongs and a piece of iron stuck in between them that he's just quenched in a vat of water. And you hear the hiss, and he comes on out with it, cocks his head to the side, and goes, "Hello."
How young?
20?
Okay. I'm here for some iron dust. Do you, by any chance, have any?
Of course we do. Who the fuck wants iron dust?
A wizard?
He looks to your hands. Are you wearing gloves?
Uh,
Oh,
I
think
think
so.
probably.
Maybe?
Well, no, probably not. Yeah, no, probably not, because he doesn't have the tattoos, so he doesn't give a fuck
Yeah.
about that. So probably not right now.
yeah.
No.
He looks to your hands. He sees no tattoos. He looks to your lapels. No signs of the White Prince. He looks to your hat. You do sort of have a fancy hat, but you're dressed all in black. You don't look like one of the White Prince's men. For wizard, sir?
Down. Is that a problem?
Well, I don't understand. Are you a wizard?
He nods.
His eyes go
Yes.
wide. His
So how
hands
much
go
for the iron
weak.
dust?
He drops the iron bar from between the tongs and bolts out the backside
I
of the.
cast
the
a spell.
What spell do you cast?
I don't know why he's running, Koibu. God, I cast magic missile.
God damn it, Nilrim. What the fuck, man?
You know, I just don't understand why he's running.
So you fucking kill him?
I will.
This is why he's
Just
running.
kneecap him.
You just proved
Yes,
why
I mean-
he's running here.
I'm running. I'm shooting him because he ran.
That's what all the cops say.
Yeah, true.
I don't know if I win initiative. I don't know if you want to roll.
Yeah, 1d10 plus 3 for the kid to run. You catch him
10.
just as he begins to turn that corner. Roll me some magic
I'm gonna
missile
shoot him with-
damage.
2. Okay, I have 4 of them. I'm just popping him with 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it. He's clearly dead.
Oh, I think I fucked it up.
You did.
It's just
did I?
warning shots.
2d4 plus
3d4
2.
plus 2.
But he only has, you put 7 holes in his back and he falls to the ground.
Hold on. I got time. I closed the door that he was running out of. I pull him in, and I'm gonna do a medicine or intelligence check for like a medicine healing thing.
Yeah.
It's just instinctive at this point, isn't it? If somebody runs away.
I just don't know why they're running.
Do you
I patch him up.
do you have a
I have a
healing proficiency?
salve. I do not have a
You
healing
have-
proficiency.
Okay,
That's
cool.
why I took it.
Right, so it would be at half, but
half.
15 and 9 is still 24 is still a
Above.
pass. Yeah, so you pass him, patch him up. No good. All good.
Norm size. Is there anyone else here?
Archie's
look
just
around.
sitting at the table like, dude. How does
Nilrim-
this always happen?
You
Hang
look
on.
around, and sure enough,
Wait.
there's not somebody in this building, but like, through the opening near the street where you just walked through, there's a person who's dropped their basket of vegetables onto the ground and is staring at this, like, this man in black dragging this guy back into the blacksmith shop and turning him over and beginning to patch up the wounds.
Norm pull out a bag. He pulls out a bag. Okay, it has coins in it.
Got magic missiles in it. Kaboom!
And he'll like go like this and wave them over.
This is so stupid.
They've dropped their basket already. They turn and run.
Oh no.
I'm gonna roll a check, Koibu, okay? Now they're making me feel bad. I just
It's just a little bit of murder. What's wrong with that?
It's a pass?
he can't get away. Yeah, I know, but
a
okay, he
pass.
can go. He can go. It's fine.
They're
He
gone.
wins.
Into the town, disappeared. Now you've got
damn
this. They're alive.
Norm leaves, goes back to the bar.
Before he gets back, I see a woman like sprinting past the window of the bar. I sort of turn around and say, "I got a bad feeling about this."
Before Nilrum arrives back into the bar, comes who's got to be the mayor, but right behind them is the harbor master with hands still shaking, still clasping that ledger in their hands, and on either side of the mayor are the 2 bravest soldiers this town has. They've got spears, they've got shields, no white print symbols on them. They've got some basic armor. It looks like that white print styled armor that you've seen, but like any trappings of the white prints have since been pulled off of it. You can see like there's tears along the shoulders where that front bit that's painted has like literally just been ripped off and it's just kind of tattered about. And
Wait, they've ripped off the sigils. Is that what you're saying?
It looks like that. That's your interpretation. If you want to take a moment and think about it, it could just be like old tattered stuff, and maybe there were never any white print sigils and they're just kind of poor. Or these are people who've like recently removed their white print symbols and logos to talk to you. You can
Sure.
decide what reality is for yourself.
So we all turn to the door as these guys come in.
Yeah.
A little look of shock on my face as I turn back to my crewmates here, and I'll give them both a nod as I stand up from my chair. Hopefully they back me up. And I'll walk over to the door, maybe like 5 feet away from the mayor,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll say, so you've brought our taxes, or perhaps people in this island are stupider than I thought. I say, eyeing the weapons of the guards.
We have indeed your taxes. They're in the office.
Okay. Archie, let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm Mayor Roy of Creighton Island. He extends
Nice
a
to
hand
meet you, Roy. I
straight out
shake
to
his
you.
hand. A cold, dead hand.
I would like to welcome the Crimson Fists to Creighton Island. I hope you enjoy your stay.
We are enjoying our stay, thank you. This is a nice reception we're getting here. I'm actually a bit taken aback. This is the nicest reception. Usually we've got to kill a lot of people before we get this nice of a reception.
That is unnecessary.
Absolutely, I
We
can see
will
that.
cooperate as long as I guess we'll just cooperate actually.
Yeah.
Nilrim will barge in and will yell. Why, Captain? Why do they make me magic missile them? Why do they keep running? I just don't get it.
Nilrim, shut up. Go and sit down and have a drink. Mayor, let's I put my arm around
Excuse
the mayor
me?
and sort of turn him around. Let's talk business here as I kind of lead him out of the bar.
That's a thing wizards do, isn't it? This must be Nilrim the Magnificent.
Oh, I like that. You hear that, Captain?
I did hear that. I've not heard it before though, Nilrim, so don't get any ideas.
Well, hold on. If a Hodunk town like this hears about me, then think of what the inner islands have heard.
This guy's just blowing smoke up your ass, okay?
You must be the Arch Captain John Winters,
That's
Pirate
true,
of the
yes.
Seas.
Captain John Winters. The greatest and most fearful captain that ever did sail the seas.
Which means that you, and he points towards Sail, must be the dark heretic, Sail of the Seven Seas.
I didn't know I had a title, but yeah, that's my name.
That's what the White Prince's men have called you, the dark heretic. I don't know if that's an appropriate title for you,
Sounds
though.
right.
It is quite appropriate, yes.
I mean, look, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Like, if that's what they think of me, that's what they think of me.
And of course, the Crimson Fist himself, First Mate Archie. We've heard of you all.
Wait,
That's me.
what about him? And I'll point to the monkey. You've heard of him?
Captain Butts, yes.
A nod.
That's correct.
Archie will burst out laughing.
Come anyway, let's go and see about these taxes. I'd like to have a word with you, Captain. Archie, can you come with?
I got you, Captain.
I'll look to one of the guards. The blacksmith is having a night. You might want to go check on him in his, his house. The one where everybody gets pounded at. I say to the guard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said to one of the party members.
Oh,
the
no,
guard
no, no,
cocks his head to the side. Excuse me?
The blacksmith may need attending to.
He looks to the
God's
mayor. The mayor
sake.
gives him like a very thorough nod, and the guard takes off.
So, Mayor, when was the last time the White Prince or his, his captains or whatever visited your lovely island here?
Maybe a month and a half ago, a ship came through, loaded up all of the White Prince's men, materiel, soldiers, papers, documents, and they left.
Interesting.
They didn't say why. They didn't say when they would be back. They just idled into a boat with all of their things, locked up their offices and barracks, and left.
Those officers and barracks, they're still here?
Yes, sir.
I might have to check that out before we leave. Have you spoke to any of your compatriots on the neighboring islands? Is this story happening everywhere?
We've heard from the next island over that a similar thing has happened. But, not a lot of ships stop at Creighton Island. We're mostly a self-sufficient colony out here. Just the occasional merchant vessel and, often island hoppers just stopping by to get a little refreshments.
Well, this is fantastic news. I'm glad that the White Prince is finally starting to see the new order of things. Say, we were talking about taxes, right? What rate did the White Prince charge you?
Well, it was a very flat rate. He pulls up his detailed financial documents. There's a real answer to this question.
Okay.
I think it is 20% of everything all the time.
Jesus, he's like a fucking mobster.
Yeah.
Where's our...
And he doesn't even do a good job. He doesn't even prevent us from killing them.
I know, we literally walk in this place and kill whoever we want.
Yeah, 20% of everyone's yearly income.
That seems a bit high to me. Well, under our new regime here, we won't be charging anything like that. I think we can settle for 10%. I think that seems more fair. However, I would suggest that if there are any young folk on the island, perhaps yearning for adventure, I could put them to use. I'm not going to forcibly take anybody, but I suggest that over the next day or so, you have a little look around, you have a word with some people, see if there's anyone out there who wants to, see more of the Dardanelles, and you send them my way.
Now, will you be taking 10% of this month or 10% of this year's income?
What month are we on?
March.
It's 10% of the month, I think is fine. When was the last time you paid the White Prince?
White Prince has us collect taxes monthly, and then a ship comes by quarterly to pick them up.
Well, I'll take half of whatever's already collected then.
Right.
You can distribute the rest. Or may I suggest perhaps you put the half left over, reinvest it in the town. Perhaps find a new blacksmith.
Is there a problem with the blacksmith? Did something happen? I heard the words magic missile.
It's quite likely that something happened to the blacksmith. I don't know exactly, but I know Nilram and...
Did you guys go on? You guys went on a walk, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to his office.
Yeah.
Something probably... I don't want to sugarcoat it. Something probably happened. But I don't know what he did. He probably...
That's very unfortunate. The blacksmith recently died in this town, and his son has taken over, and...
Well, at least he wasn't experienced,
But there's no one else.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you can use some of this money to find one.
You get to the offices. He brings you back in. Some people stand to attention, or at least stand out of fear and concern, as the mayor takes you into this inner room. And there, a chest has been pulled out and set in front of his desk. It's been flipped open, and it's got, a bunch of copper in it. Lots and lots of copper all over the place. And he waves magnificently. And there's, some silver over here and a couple of gold pieces, but everyone pays their taxes in copper around these parts. This is the what's been collected for the White Prince. You are welcome to all of it. But if you'd like, we can, divide it in half.
Yeah, divide it in half. I'm not interested in copper, so just give me half of the silver and half of the gold.
He'll just hand you all the silver and gold. The copper is so numerous here that that's probably half the value right there.
Okay, great. I'll take it.
How much was it?
A town like this will bring in... so that's a city. Sorry, what we want. It's about 30,000 copper, so about half of that would be 15,000. So it's about 1,000 silver and 50 gold.
All right.
Something.
1,000 silver.
Is that a year or is that a month?
That's a month.
Quarter.
Oh,
That's a month.
And we're getting the quarter, so...
Oh, right, so you'd be getting...
What's that?
3 times... Is this the right amount? 500 people. Villager makes about that much a year. 500 people times yearly income times tax rate. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
I
there
take
has to be. It's got to be in.
150
Yeah, there's got to be more silver in here. Yeah. Okay. So it is
Okay.
the monthly. There's 30,000 in taxes collected monthly. So there's got to be a lot more silver and gold in here. And you can take, you want to take half of that and times 3. So you can take 45,000 copper, and it's going to be mostly in silver. So 4,000 silver and 50 gold, I think,
Oh, okay.
or maybe
Not bad.
3,000 silver and 150 gold.
Yeah,
Makes
okay,
more
that's
sense.
what I did.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Perfect. Excellent.
All right, good. Well, Mr. Mayor, what did you say your name was?
My name is Roy.
Nice to meet you, Roy. Don't suppose there's any clerics in town, is there? There's no one left over here worshipping Astar.
We have some
is
priests and priestesses,
there? Are they worshippers of Astar?
of course, and a few other deities. We have a very fine priestess of Tavern here.
Captain, could we have had a conversation on the boat about collecting taxes real quick?
Well, I don't know. I think this is the first we've heard about it, right? So
No,
actually, I think
I'm sure like we've talked about like we were gonna collect taxes before from people, right?
we did that in that one island where we killed the monk cleric guy.
It's fine. We'll talk about this afterwards then.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be a good idea to start, not now, but in the future, start like making it a multi-level marketing scheme where if they get other islands on board with giving us
Yeah.
taxes, they'll get a percentage of those islands' taxes.
Yeah, no, that's
so
a
if
good
this
idea.
guy gets 5 islands, he gets, like 5% of each of those islands, and he.
I mean,
makes
that's a
his
good
money
idea,
back.
but we need to pick the stronger islands to do that.
To do
we need
that,
the
yeah.
ones that have got more men that can enforce it.
Okay.
But I do think
Just
that's a
wanted
good
to get
idea.
that going. Yeah.
Well, Roy, I appreciate that. Thank you. These priests, we're gonna have to have a word with them. My friend that you spoke to in the bar there, what did you call him? The dark heretic.
Yes, sir.
Not a big fan of the old Astar.
No, sir. That's what we've heard.
Exactly that. And listen, people make mistakes. People can redeem themselves. I'm sure these priests of yours would be happy to reconsider their life choices, but I'm afraid that Sale is not going to let that pass without having a word with these folk before we leave. Now, I don't want to see bloodshed in my islands. I can tell you that, because for every one we lose, that's less taxes in my pocket, so that's not what I want. But we are going to have a word with them. And it's probably best that they come to us willingly.
Is there any possibility that we could put them on a boat bound for the inner ring and just deport them rather than kill them?
We don't have to kill them if they're willing to reconsider their choices. They can.
I mean, a person devoted to a god is not likely to change their opinion at the point of a sword, right? That's priests are defined by their devotion to their deities.
I understand that, but you've not seen what I've seen. There's things below the waves that'll shake her man to his very core, change the things that they believe their whole life. Trust me.
They have family
people
in
might
town. If they're killed, he slumps. As you wish. I will
I
send.
think.
I'll send Betty here to show your man to where the priests live.
No, listen, Roy. I appreciate what you're trying to say here. A good leader should look out for their people, and that's all you're trying to do there. Thing is, for every person I send back to the White Prince, that's just going to bolster his ranks. Here's what I'll do. Since this is ground zero for our new politics here, I'm willing to let these folk off the hook if they won't see things our way. You can send them on a ship to the inner ring, but I want you to spread the word amongst the outer rim that followers of Astar are not welcome here. They can leave now of their own volition, but if me or the heretic or the Crimson Fist or Nilarum the Magnificent find them on any of our islands going forward from this day, there will be no mercy.
Very merciful and judicial of you, and wise.
Thank you. Well, Roy, I'm going to take my silver here and I'm going to head back to the bar, but I appreciate our conversation and I'll offer him a hand.
He shakes your hand, trying not to grimace at the coldness of it. You take your 6 pounds of silver. No, 60 pounds of silver and 3 pounds of gold in your bag.
pretty heavy.
With gold now, with silver now. As you're like, heft it onto your back and your way back to the tavern.
Yeah. All right. I throw my bag down on the ground and sit back down on the table with Archie.
The party is all fully gathered here, I believe. Right, Nilram, you're here as well?
Yeah, Norb's at the bar.
Yeah. Okay. Archie, Sale, what have you been doing while John's been gone?
We've been drinking, baby.
Right. That moonshine
Isn't that
bottle
right?
is starting to go down. Starting to go down.
Is are we getting drunk at all? Is that a thing?
Well, let's take a look over here. Where is your
You guys can still get drunk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
The moonshine doesn't taste as bad going down. It's not such like I'm drinking paint thinner and my throat is being removed from itself. It's a little bit smoother. It's a little bit more gentle. It's a little bit easier to drink. But you still get that like warm flushness in your face. You know, you start to sweat just a little bit. You feel a little more numb. You always do feel a little numb these days. You're always like a little insensitive to pain, but now with the moonshine in you, like you stub your toe, and the only reason you realize you stub your toe is that your like momentum stopped, and then you look down and you see your toes like awkwardly at an angle and super bruised and the nails bent back slightly, but you didn't even really feel it. And then you make your way back across the room to go to the outhouse, which I think is where you're on your way when you stubbed your toe. And
Norm will go around. Norm's got a big plan. He needs another apprentice so he can make his apprentices vie for his attention, and he needs them to be focusing on hating each other rather than eventually learning to hate him.
got it.
He's gonna ask, are there any who's the smartest kid in town, first off?
To who do you ask this question?
I don't know. Is there like a teacher in the bar? That's how he'll start it. Is like, any teachers in the bar?
You just ask to the
He'll get
bar
up
if there are
and
any
he'll have-
teachers.
He'll have a mug in hand. Any teachers in the bar?
Oh my god, I can't believe your luck. Someone stands up. It's another old man. There's a lot of old men in this town. It's mostly old men, seemingly. He gets up. He also has a bow tie, but his clothes fit a little bit more tightly, and his hair is a little bit smarter, and he's got a pair of gloves on his hands, and he taps them together. I am a teacher. Are you in need of education?
Okay. Norm reaches into his pocket. He grabs a bag, a random bag, a 1d3 bag, and he tosses it to the teacher. It's a bag of 50 copper. That's just what he rolled. Sorry.
Sure. The
his
teacher tries to make a grab for it, rolls a 1, completely misses it. It hits the ground and spills open all over the place. I do not teach athletics. I see.
Tell. Who is your smartest student?
I am.
No one will give him a quiz. How smart is he? He'll bring him over. Him and the teacher will nonstop go.
15 intelligence.
He's kind of smart.
Yeah, that's pretty
Who's your
smart.
smartest young student? Who's one that you've tutored that you think is too smart for these lands? Too smart to be a villager.
He looks around. He notices a few faces in the town, probably, parents of his students, and he leans in close so that they can't hear this question. I hate to tell you, sir, but the young kids these days... Shakes his head. They're all playing imaginary games, chasing monsters in the woods that don't exist, fencing with swords, pretending to be pirates. Not a brain cell amongst them. Just dumb as bricks. I fear for the future.
I know. Well, don't you worry. There are some of us, my good sir, who still appreciate one with superior intellect. And, I don't know, Norm will do some complicated math shit in front of this guy and blow his fucking brains.
Yeah, he'll follow along for a little
There you
bit
go,
until you
natural
start
20.
getting to the linear algebra, and then
Got
he's
him.
just is gone, right? And he'll make some small talk with you and goes, you must be from Arcadia or Solemn. Which one is it, sir?
I'm actually from one of the inner islands. I'm from.
No man grows up in the inner
Rangoon.
islands knowing and learns this without being in the employ of the White Prince. You're not from around here.
My uncle was a pirate, and he, very early on in my life, snagged me away and took me to Arcadia, where I learned the magics.
Your uncle was a pirate, and you grew up in Arcadia. What was his name?
Fuck, do you remember his name, Koibu? Well, I don't remember his name, I don't think. We'll just call him Uncle...
His nickname would Uncle something or other, right?
Uncle John.
That's an unfortunate title. The only John that I know is the Crimson Fist pirate.
Yeah,
Is that
I'm
your
gonna
uncle?
Find that man. No, but I will find my uncle one day, and I will kill him, for he stole something from me.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet someone from Arcadia. I wish I myself could travel that far, get out of these, small towns, see the world, see the cities, the sprawling metropolises, the connected roads, the independent thought that occurs. Is it
That's
like
nice
that?
and all, but you're no longer of use to me. Be gone.
Magic missile.
The man, takes his bag of copper and looks at the only other educated person he's met in 50 years and his jaw. What do you mean? I thought we were becoming fast friends. So
You're too stupid to even be my apprentice. To even be my apprentice's apprentice. What do you think we're becoming fast friends? Be gone from my sight.
outraged, he storms
kill
off.
himself when he gets home.
I know, yeah. That's a bit harsh.
All right. Well,
First the blacksmith, and now this.
Oh yeah, no one will yell out. The only reason students aren't interested is because you're a shit teacher. He's
he
memeing.
throws the bag of coins down on the floor. He turns at that door, just about to leave, and he storms
no.
back up towards you. You, sir, are out of line. Those are fighting words, and he takes off one of his gloves, and he attempts to slap you in the face with it.
Oh,
You don't
God.
wanna do this, man.
He does not want to do that.
It's a 9. It's a miss
miss.
if you don't just stand there like a fool. I don't know, if you could just let him hit you with it, though. I don't know if you're trying to dodge his glove slap or
No,
not.
no one will dodge it. Yeah.
Yeah, easily
No one
dodge.
will stand up. He'll
I
reach
make eye
into his-
contact with Nilrim, and I give him a
He'll
nod.
reach into his,
You're in the office.
Oh, this is
sir.
while I'm in the office, okay.
Yes, yes.
Nilrim will slowly, just not paying a care in the world of this guy. If this guy wants to hit him again, he can try. Nilrim will reach into his pockets, pull out a wand of fear, and will just kill him.
I am not some child to be made. And then the spell hits, and he gets a save,
As does everyone else in the bar.
as does everyone standing behind
I
him.
assume it's in. Yeah, he's near
It's a
He's
cone?
near me, so yeah, it's a cone.
So, moments later, the bar is an uproar of people running and screaming and fleeing out the front door. And the people
they
who are
trampling each
on the
other?
other side of the door, just walking by, get hit by it too. And there's just, a mass exodus. Are people getting trampled in the bar? That's a great question. That's, everyone's got to fit through
They
that
all
narrow
run for the
doorway.
door. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do some strength checks here.
make a Black
1d20 plus
Friday moment real quick.
3d6. 9. Wow, these are terrible strength rolls. No, there's no trampling. No one is strong enough to shove anyone else out of the way.
That's
It's just
good.
sort of like a clog in the
Damn,
door.
those guys they are malnourished in this town. Jesus.
It's 6, 9, 8, 6. Yeah, it's woo. But Archie and Sale, you're having your drinks. Archie and Sale are getting kind of drunk together, I think. And then all of a sudden, everyone starts running and screaming and fleeing for the door.
Archie just he sees Nilrim, and he just raises his eyebrow and continues to drink.
Oh my god,
And he,
nod.
He gives he gives Sale a look it is what it is, man.
At least Nilrim's not killing them.
Yeah,
Well.
true. This is a step forward.
Outside.
Paul will
Relevant.
initially jump to his feet, thinking, "Oh fuck, it's all kicking off," and then he'll realize that everyone's screaming, running from Nilrim with a outstretched wand, and I'm like, "Oh, of course."
Does this one have charges?
It does.
Yes.
Oh, that's cringe.
Well,
That shit's not
ones
getting used
usually
anymore.
start with like 100 charges, and then you never really know how many you have.
Yeah.
But you probably got a shit ton. I have a little tally somewhere in here.
Wait, they don't recharge?
You can
recharge
recharge them, but
it,
it's
yeah.
high
It's a
level stuff.
process. Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah. One of the quintessential rules of second edition is that magic is rare and difficult, and anything that can cast magic is limited in nature. If there's something that can cast things and automatically recharges, it's usually like super powerful.
Fair.
Yeah.
Would be a
Fear is a strong combat spell, so if you could just
Fear's
use
a
it
very good
on a
one, yeah.
whim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. John, you're coming out. You got that bag of coins and it's chinking on your back as you walk through the town, and that's when you see the mass hysteria and fleeing of the tavern as everyone runs out of it in a screaming mess.
The guy ran, right? He failed to save?
Yeah, oh yeah, he failed to
Oh,
save.
thank God.
I think I just stop and watch as all the people run out of the bar.
Yeah, they push past each other, running as fast as they can, and soon the bar is quiet and vacant, and everyone else in the town is watching this. That's in this area of the town is watching this happen and watching everyone flee and run. And there's confusion and there's whispering, and you can see that the town has already heard. Crimson Fists are here, and now everyone's fleeing from the bars, and soon the panic begins to spread. Crimson Fists are in town, and everyone's running and screaming in terror. Time to go to your homes and lock the doors. Hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your sons. The Crimson Fists are here. And I think with that, we go to our first break, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. The town is in disarray. People are fleeing.
But no one's dead.
But no one's dead yet.
Right.
No
We're
one's
pretty
dead
good.
yet. Captain John comes
Yet.
back into the bar. It's quiet now.
Should I ask?
Someone gave me lip, and instead of killing them, Captain, I fear warned them. I think
That
that's pretty
explains
big of
the-
me. That's pretty
You know
big
how-
of me.
You know how it goes, Captain. He's he's making progress. I thought that guy
Yes.
was dead for sure. He slapped him.
He tried to slap me, and
Oh.
I didn't
Holy
kill him.
shit. Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took his glove off and everything.
And you know that blacksmith, I didn't kill him either. I patched him up. He's
not-
fine.
He's not dead?
He's not dead.
Oh. Roy is going to be so happy about that. Because
So
you
you're
know,
on first names basis with the mayor now. Is that it?
I am.
Why don't you bring him into your crew, Captain? Going
Don't
off
get
on
jealous.
your own, having
Don't get
discussions
jealous,
with
Sale.
people.
Roy doesn't have a cool nickname, does he? You've got a cool nickname. That's because you hang out with me, okay? Roy won't get a cool nickname.
Maybe he'd be Roy, mayor of the Big Island or something. I don't know. And I'll look back
Or-
into my drink.
Are you captain? Or are you captain? Or is Captain Butts captain? I point to the monkey.
He's not the captain. He's a monkey.
Yeah, but his name's Captain Butts.
That might be true. That's just a nickname. He's not the captain. I'm the
He's
captain.
not the guy.
That monkey needs to watch his step. We used to be friends, and I don't know
Well, then
what
you
his
died.
deal is.
It's not his fault you died.
The rumors of my death have greatly exaggerated Norm.
Captain, I'm pretty sure I could take your head off and you'd still be just talking to me. I've thought about that, like, sometimes when you piss me off, cutting your head off and putting you on, like, the pike and just, like, leaving you up there.
Yeah,
Your
I've
body.
thought about cutting your head off too, Norm, many times.
Ooh,
That's
if
good.
we ever need a
Guarantee it.
permanent lookout, just stick him up
There.
there.
Look out, we can just put you up there, Captain.
Hey, listen. I'm the
Am I
king
the
of the
only one
Outer
in
Rim
this
now.
crew
You guys
who's
need to
not?
show some respect.
You are the
Yeah.
captain, that is for sure.
I'm more than a captain now, Norm. I'm a fucking king.
You get respect when we're on the seas, Captain. These feet feel only shoreline.
Whatever. Where's my moonshine? I look at the ball.
Norman will pick it up and he'll toss you the bottle. Dex
Yeah.
check. Catch it.
I catch it. Wait. Next check.
Oh, you catch it.
Easy. Boom. I catch it.
Easy.
Yeah. I take a swig.
You take a swig. You barely feel the warmth of the fluid as it trickles down your neck. You get maybe the most mild of buzz when you neck a quarter of the bottle. But as you're drinking, and you're looking up, you notice there's something wrong with the ceiling. It's like light coming from the ceiling.
I keep drinking it as I observe the ceiling.
The
then I
thatch up
slam it.
there is sort of like moving a little bit. It's like something's on the ceiling. On the roof,
Where is-
perhaps.
Where is Captain Butts?
Captain Butts is on the shoulder.
On Nilrum's shoulder.
Yeah.
Yep. Do
I
I
need
see
to have a
this
word
as
with
well,
you
or
guys.
I mean, Captain's drinking. You know, you wouldn't
Captain's
notice
drinking,
unless
he's
you were
looking up,
staring
yeah.
straight at it. Yeah.
I hand the bottle back to Archie and say, I need to have a word with you, Sale, but I'll be back in a minute. And I will walk back out and climb the side of the building.
Yeah, you step outside. The town square is mostly emptied at this point. There are a few people still standing around looking at the bar, and as you come out, they take some cover and peer around corners, getting ready to bolt. You get to an area on the side of the bar, and you see that someone has already recently moved some barrels around to make it easy to get on top of the roof.
Oh, that's convenient, isn't it? I follow the interloper to the roof of my bar.
You get to the roof of your bar, and there's a young someone up there. A young girl by the looks of it. And she's got a torch in one hand, and she's moved a bunch of the thatch of the roof into like an area where it's sticking up a little bit easier, and she is setting torch to thatch on roof. And it is beginning to light, and she's giving it
I say that. Well. What do we have here?
She pauses and looks at you over her shoulder, standing up fully, a torch in hand, as the fire slowly takes place on the damp thatch.
Best put that out.
She takes a step back on the roof, keeping the fire between you and her. You're the pirates! You're murderers!
White Prince is a murderer too, so what of it? Every man who leads is a murderer.
I saw you
I
kill
draw a
him.
knife.
I saw you kill him.
Kill who?
Timmy. Little Timmy, the blacksmith.
They're all little to me.
Blacksmith's not even dead, he's fine.
I saw him! Don't lie to me. The
Put
fire
out
is
that fire.
slowly building. She does not put it out.
I throw a dagger at her.
She's just a little kid.
How
She's
little
gotta be
are we
like,
talking?
I don't know, 16?
Oh, but she's not that little.
Shut that little now.
That's a grown woman in these times.
She's ready for the
Marry her
death
off.
penalty. All right, give it to her. Throw that dagger.
I'll give her a chance. I'm not going to use my sandstone dagger. I just throw her.
Fucking giga miss.
I miss on purpose.
Whoosh.
And I give a wry smile. Next time I won't miss.
She will just drop the torch on the roof and head for the other side and try and lower herself down off. We can roll initiative if you want to chase her, but if you chase her, the roof is definitely going to catch fire.
I fucking put the roof out. Fuck this.
It escapes into the town. You can get over there, and it's sort of a dampish thatch. It rained fairly recently. You can sort of stamp it out and blow it out, and squish it together with your hands that don't really feel pain very much.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I can just probably.
Yeah, you take some
Put it out pretty easily.
burns to your hands, but you'll be okay.
I look through the hole in the ceiling.
Yeah, there you're now looking down, and you see the party look up at you as little bits of ash and thatch fall down into the bar below. You can see on the other side of the physical bar itself is the bartender, who is crouched low and hiding from sight. The last person probably remaining in the tavern aside from the party.
You're welcome, barkeep. I say as I'll walk off the roof and jump down.
Mm-hmm.
Head back in. Some little shit trying to burn the barn down. The bar down. Says that they saw us kill a blacksmith. You get seen, Nora? That's sloppy.
Huh? No,
Kid up there.
drinking.
Whatever. I grab the moonshine and take another drink. All right, you guys. I've got jobs for you both. Sale. There's some priests in town. Some of them worship some of the gods that I don't really understand or know about, but there's a few Astaire worshippers. Now, I know you have a proclivity to deal with these types in a rather ruthless way. Your own brother's no exception. But I think, in the interest of peace in our new kingdom here, that we can put out a moratorium. Followers of the White Prince, followers of a stir, are not welcome on the outer rim. They can turn tail and run to the inner ring to seek shelter amongst the pathetic old order, or they can see the error of their ways, embrace the new, and come into the fold. If they don't, then it's the hangman's noose for them. But I'd say these ones here, they don't know about the moratorium yet. I suggest that we show mercy to these ones. Maybe you go and have a word with them. You explain the seriousness of the position, and you encourage them to perhaps go through the ritual. If they don't want to, then they can leave, but they have to leave by sundown. Else, they'll be caught under the new laws. What do you say?
Vale will take in a breath and kind of furrow his brow and say, I'm going to be honest with you, Captain. I don't really see how that hurts the White Prince. If anything, we should be putting out the message that every follower of Astaire that is captured will pay a bounty on. I don't understand why we're sending them back to their stronghold to raise arms against us, to fight against us down the line, to raise hosts and come out and retake the Outer Islands.
I killed some orphans for this exact reason, Captain. So they wouldn't go and join the White Prince. Why should we let these people go?
You what?
Captain, somehow
We
even in
talked
your
about this already.
somehow in your own death, your heart has grown softer.
It's not
But
that
there
my
can-
heart's soft, but my brain is larger, and I'm trying to. I'm trying to pick the best course for us here, but I appreciate your counsel, heretic of mine, and I think your words are wise.
Why don't we just get the best of both worlds then? We let them go out into the sea. We wait a day. We follow them for a day, and then, treacherous things happen on the open ocean.
Well,
Ships go down, ships sink.
that's
They will
true.
literally never hear from them again. It's not like
I
there's
think we
carrier
need to
pigeons.
I think we need to stake a position out here. Maybe Sale's right. Maybe we should.
Well, I
find
do
some
remember.
way
And
to
Seb
deal
will
with
like
these.
sit back in his chair. I do remember being told a story about a message being sent, and what they did was they burnt out the eyes and tongue of every member of a party of envoys except for one who led them home. So why don't we gather every cleric of Astaire, every follower of Astaire, and we maim them and send them to the Inner Islands, with one who still has his tongue and eyes to speak for the party. This is what they deserve, Captain. You've seen what they've done to these islands. You've seen the oppression, the taxes, the immortal king sitting on his false throne,
Okay.
causing untold misery, ripping children from their families. Do I need to go on?
No,
I'm
you
sure
don't.
one of them can write. Why don't we just take their eyes and tongue from every single one, and then one of them can write what happened? They shouldn't get their tongues to spread the lies that Astaire wants them to anymore. I agree with Sale.
You prefer to do this than just see them hung?
Yeah.
Well,
We keep our promise, it sounds like, that you made to the mayor.
yeah, they can go free. I'll start laughing.
Okay. That's fine. Let's do that. We'll gather them in the morning.
Is there an orphanage
give
in this town?
We'll give them a chance to convert first, though, right, Sale? Let's put them through the ritual.
Anyone who isn't a cleric can convert.
Yeah, I don't think there's any clerics here. I agree with that. We won't be sparing any spellcasters. Okay.
At a certain
well,
point, once you've made the commitment, there's no breaking that bond.
I agree. Well, okay, fine. We can do that in the morning. Archie, a job for you. The mayor was saying that when the White Prince's men came here, they went to their offices and they took all the valuables and then locked the places up and left them. Suggests that we break down those doors and see what's in there, if there's anything of use. Probably they took everything useful, but you never know. Maybe there's something left behind there. It'd be stupid of us not to check.
I can go check.
Good. Finish your drink first, but can do it tomorrow. But let's get it done before we leave.
No one will
Sure.
stamp his glass and yell towards the barkeep. Barkeep! Oh, you're muted.
Right.
Sorry, the barkeep peers out from behind the table.
Is there an orphanage in this town?
He shakes his head. No, sir.
Good.
It's just a small town. Just 500 people.
Barkeep, please. Get up from behind you, bar. There's no need to be scared here.
Yeah, yes, sir. He stands up.
Yeah, you're making me want to kill you by doing that.
He's not going to kill you. You work for us now. You're our barkeeper. Why would we kill you then? Who'd serve us drinks?
Of course, sir. Would you like another, sir?
Do you
Yes,
own this
we would.
bar?
Yes, sir.
Us now. Good.
Well,
Steadily pours drinks and brings them out to each of you. Takes one for himself.
I pay him. Yeah.
I'll
Thank
say,
you.
Captain. How did? Are there deeds in this land?
None that we recognize. They'd be issued by the White Prince, wouldn't they?
Yes, so. Okay.
All right,
I
great.
think we
Well,
should recognize some of the old contracts. I think I don't want to start making a bureaucracy here that has to redraw up every single title and deed that's ever existed.
No, I agree with that.
Barkeep, hand me your deed. Says.
The deed to my land? There's none. My family's
There's no
owned
deed
this.
to this.
Well, I've owned
Tavern?
this tavern. It's been in my family for 10 generations.
And there's no paperwork?
Why would there be paperwork?
Well, what if I just say I own the tavern?
Well, everyone knows I own it.
Yeah, but what if I kill you? Who owns it then?
Nailroom, please leave that.
I suppose
Don't
you
threaten
do,
us.
sir.
Curious.
I mean, if
You
you,
said who?
I suppose you do if you kill me. I have no heirs.
You make it tempting. I'll leave you for now.
You don't want to serve drinks to people and say yes or no, sir? Do you?
Exactly
No,
right.
sir.
Say, barkeep, do you have any paper in this place?
He scrambles around and pulls out a peach of like pressed parchment. You know, it's animal hide turned into something that's writing that you could write on. And there's some notes. It's mostly just like little scratches on it. And he'll bring you a quill and some ink.
I'm going to write him up a deed. You know, I ask for his name. I write that this is the main drinking establishment on this island belongs to Mr. whatever his name is.
Saffron.
And then I say, Saffron, give me your hand. And
Gives you
I,
his hand.
I
Wait,
take the dagger.
I think I have ink. Yeah, I have ink. Would you like to do like a fingerprint on it, Captain? And that's
No.
like your seal? No? You're good?
I hand him the moonshine. You might want to take a drink.
Takes a quick drink.
I'm gonna cut his palm with the dagger, and then I'm gonna push my fist into his now bleeding palm. Make sure that I've got enough blood on my fist. And I'm gonna use like my fist as like a stamp.
Oh,
Stamp the paper,
Nice.
the blood,
excellent.
and then I'll hand it back to him. Now you got a deed.
Thank you, sir. Is there anything else I can get you? He says, squeezing his wounded hand.
You're right. Maybe you should bandage that up. You get him blood on the bar.
Of course.
All right,
And he
I sit
leaves
back
through the
down.
front door.
How old is he? Is he young?
No, this is an old man. Old man.
He's got no heirs? Who's gonna own the bar?
I mean, that's a whole different side quest and story. It's been his family for 10 generations. He doesn't have an heir. It's like the end of an era here. It's a big deal. It weighs heavily on his soul. He had a
Yeah.
wife once upon a time, but like it didn't
He
work
needs
out.
someone to make the decision for him. No,
We need to find him a new wife so he can make her.
well, he's too old. He's an old man.
He's not too old.
How old is he?
It's like in his 70s, but men can
Oh, he's too
still
old.
produce children in their 70s. There's no menopause, you know?
True.
Anyway,
So
who
let's do
cares
the-
about the bartender? It's not an important quest.
was
We
his
don't
Don't
name?
care.
want to do the 2-hour side quest where we matchmake someone for this guy.
Only to kill them 5 minutes later when they're rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, no one has died.
Right. Well,
No one's
Yeah.
died.
no one comes to your tournament.
That's sad, isn't it?
You spend the day on Creighton
Archie's
Island.
Actually, extremely disappointed. He's
Yeah.
very sad.
Yeah, no one comes to the tournament. You're all really drunk, but no one else comes back to the bar. The owner does eventually once he gets hand bandaged from someone else in town. But otherwise, it stays real quiet the rest of the day and into the night. Your ship is just out there bobbing next to the harbor, and not a sight, not a sound, not a soul about.
Did you tell us about the girl who was burning the roof?
Oh,
Sure, Ben.
yeah, I will have done. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
What
did.
if
I
she tries
said
to
that.
attack our boat.
I didn't think of that.
Norm will go check on the boat.
Yeah,
I
go
think it's
check
fairly
on the boat.
simple. We just put in a message that if anything happens to the boat, the town gets obliterated. I think
Yeah,
there'll be a few people watching the boat all night.
yeah. The
On the
boat
way
seems...
to the boat, are there any homeless kids or no?
No, you don't see any people. Nobody
Oh, okay.
around.
That's how I like it.
Mm-hmm. Well, your day passes and your night passes.
I think we
And
leave.
then in the morning, Archie and Sal need to do their jobs.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Archie will go.
What's your job, Archie?
It's to fucking check the office for some shit.
Oh, right. You're gonna go loot the buildings that were left behind.
Correct.
Yeah, they're locked.
You're really making it hard for me.
Luckily, Archie's got a skeleton key. 2 of them, in fact.
Oh, true. Yeah, I'll try the key.
I think the keys are your
The
fists.
keys are your hand.
Yeah.
The hammers
No,
are
I
your fists.
understand.
Okay.
He's deep in the roleplay right now.
Yeah.
All right, Archie, give me an open doors check. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't think you have the strength for it because these are like nice locked, ready to be stored away. No one come back for a while. Oh, no, you've got 18 strength?
Keep in mind about his bonus from the dragon.
When did you get 18 strength?
When he
When he
became
became
When I
undead.
When he
fucking
became undead.
died, Neil.
Seems like a terrible idea. That just...
It was.
It seems like it's... Ooh. Yeah, you can slam your shoulder against these doors, but they seem to have been, pretty well locked here. They've got like a nice solid metal locking mechanism, not one of these like shitty little flimsy wooden ones that just slides in place. It's got a good hard metal beam holding it shut. You'd have to like take it off the hinges or hack it down with an axe or like, break in through the roof or something and fuck up the building and make it like, no longer watertight. You'd have to do some permanent damage to the building to get in. Are you going to do that? How interested are you in this abandoned, locked up building?
Well, John made it sound like it's not that important.
Mm.
I don't want to cause a whole ruckus, but in the end, I had a job, and I'm gonna complete that job. So let's try to maybe take the doors off the hinges. Can we try that?
Yeah. You can go around and find yourself a pry bar or something and try and work at the hinges a little bit and give it a good lift. Why don't you make me... we're going to average your strength and intelligence here. So 7 and 18 is 25. Divided by 2 is 12. Is that right?
Average strength.
12.5,
Fuck.
Yeah. So go ahead, give me a d20 plus 13. We're going to round up. Because you are very strong. Easy peasy. Yeah, you figure out a way to, get a little bit of prying going up, and then you can just pop out the pins, no problem. And you get the door off the hinges to, the onlooking crowd of a few people, maybe 50 feet away from you, trying not to get too close. Pop off the hinges, head on into the barracks, and the place is empty. There's, pillows and blankets, a few of them lying around, and some beds that are still made. And there's some crap, like there's a bucket, there's a shovel, there's some stools. But you look through stuff, and there's no money here, there's no documentation. It looks like the people that left took anything that would have been important or valuable when they left. It's taken you maybe 45 minutes, an hour to get into this building. And it's just cobwebs and, like, crap. A small pile of firewood near the hearth. You know, a rusted pot to cook in. A couple of pots to piss in. It's crap.
All right, Archie will shrug and give up on this place, I guess.
Yeah, there's a couple other buildings. How thorough are you being here, Archie? Are you going to spend all day checking all of these worthless piece of shit buildings?
Yeah, fuck it. Sure, why not? Archie's got a job. He's gonna fucking do it.
All right.
That's
All
why
right.
you're the first mate, buddy.
Nilram spends all day read magicking his new book just for the future.
Right. That's a good idea. You'll check all the buildings. Give me one perception check, Archie. Just one regular old everyday perception check. Yeah. That's all shit, dude. They
Yeah.
took everything that was of value on their way out, and that's it. Your whole day
Alright.
wasted breaking into shitty, empty buildings.
Hey, I didn't waste it. I used it. Okay.
It's very good of you. And Sail, you wake up the next day, a little hungover, but not too bad. You've got some priests to deal with. Sun's out, it's warm, there's not a cloud. I mean, there's always the churning storm overhead, but it's sort of like broken up. It's nice lights coming on through. A little bit of a breeze. From the far side of town where people aren't worried about you right now, you can hear like the laughing of youth playing in the fields.
I'll take it all in. I'll take a nice drink in of this pleasant little place. Taking a little bit of satisfaction that I'm going to bring a little bit of misery to some of the people here. I'll make my way. I'll stroll out into town, and I'll invite any of the crew that want to come with me to come. But if they don't, I will make my way to where the people are, and I'll start spreading the word that followers and clerics of Astaire are to report to the nearest temple of their deity, and I'll have like a list, and I'll give out a list of like, okay, these are the ones that, there's going to be an accounting done. We're taking a census of the religious followers of Astaire.
Now, when you say
come along, if you wait like an hour, he just needs to do all his read magics, then he can come.
if you are talking about religious followers, to what level are we talking? Are we talking like devotees, or are we just talking about someone who occasionally makes a prayer to Astaire? How?
I would say if you're devoted, so if you've got like a little Astaire symbol on your mantelpiece, but you've also got like, I don't know, what are the other ones? Donna, what?
Yeah. There's like some Martha shit going around too.
Martha,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're kind
Okay.
of like vaguely religious, it's just like if you're going every Sunday to the Church of Astaire and you're praying to order, and you're,
Got
you
it.
know,
Yeah.
You're-
If you've committed yourself to Astaire, if you've accepted him into your heart.
Oh, and any of the rough-looking guys around town, if I spot any of them, I'll tell them, oh, by the way, in the census, by the way, if there's anybody who you happen to know is a follower of Astaire and doesn't show up, if you let me know about it or bring them forcibly, there'll be a bit of coin in it for you, and I'll kind of flick a gold coin in the air.
Well, right away, you get told the houses that the Astaire worshippers go to. The ones that are truly devoted, the ones that show up for prayer every week. As you go about asking, for the census, people are immediately like, yeah, right there, that house, that's the one. That's where the old lady over there every Sunday shows up to the main square where the priests would lead the soldiers and everyone else in prayers. That's the woman. That's the one you're looking for. Me? No. Just a generalist believer over here. I got the Nerul symbol for my house. I got the Martha symbols by the bed. I got the Astaire symbols on the stick that I used to whip the kids when they were misbehaving. All the gods all the time.
Oh, that's fair enough. And I'll sort of take note of all these houses, and I'll go around to them, and I'll knock on them and see if I can find the people home.
Yeah, you get
And
to the
ask
house that this person pointed you towards. He told you the old woman who lives there is always there every Sunday morning, and you knock on the door, and she shows up, trying to look at the shading her eyes against the rising sun as she squints through the doorway at you. What do you want, whippersnapper?
Ah, good lady. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. We're doing a census of the followers of Astaire in this town. Could you make your way to the local place of worship for Astaire. Where do you guys worship actually? Out of curiosity, could you tell me?
Oh, Astaire, bless his heart. He is the greatest of all the gods, I swear. Out in the town square. But I don't know if the priests are going to give a sermon tomorrow. Rumor has it there's pirates in the town, and I think everyone's a little bit afraid.
Oh, I'll say pirates. No. I heard they're actually lovely fellows, and I think they're big friends of people who like Astaire. Why don't you come to town? It's about noon. I think that's when I'm trying to when we're doing the census of all the followers of Astaire.
Why are
don't
you
you pop
doing a
out there? We'll do a
census?
little-
Huh? I don't see any triangles and circles on you.
Well, if you must know, we're doing the census because we're not the biggest fans of Astaire, and so we're going to ask people not to openly worship
What do you
in this
mean?
town anymore.
You don't like having things in a nice, orderly fashion? Your shoes are tied, aren't
Oh.
they? You can bless Astaire for that one. Huh? Your hair's combed?
think-
That's Astaire too. Yes, sir. Some people think that might be cheese, but the order of your hair with the comb? That's Astaire, the great god of order. I bet you arrange your forks at your table from biggest to
Dylan
smallest, don't you?
will Shove the lady, attempting to push her down. I want to make her hair disorderly.
Give me a strength check at +6. You fail.
This is a stout old woman.
Nilram pushes her a little bit.
Hands off me! Help! Someone call the god! I'm being molested by a young man!
I give Cyril a look. Didn't go how I wanted it to.
I will grab her. I'll attempt to grab her by the hair.
Ow! She's
What do you want, a strength check?
Attack roll?
Yeah, give me an attack roll at +4. A basic melee attack.
There you go. Unarmed attack.
Oh yeah, there you go. Easy peasy. You grab her roughly by the hair. It's all messed up now. Her little beehive that she was working on this morning, totally ruined.
And I'll drag her out into the town. Into the town square. Preferably her screaming. I'll kind of like pull that hair very, really trying to sell the theatrics here.
Yeah.
And I'll wait until I have a crowd around me.
Oh yeah. Very quickly, people look and see what's happening, but they keep their distance. They're around, but at a 50 feet or so.
I'll throw her to the ground to make her shut up.
Ow! Someone call the constable! Call the sheriff!
I'll take out my rapier and point it at her. If you say another word, I'll cut your throat. Astaire got your tongue, eh?
You're muted?
She's just not saying anything.
Oh, okay.
Now that I have your attention, and I'll sheathe my rapier. Seems to be people aren't taking us very seriously around here. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sale. I'm going to be the new leader of faith for this community. Now let me tell you about a couple of changes around here. Devotees of Astaire are no longer welcome in this town. Now, if you just occasionally pray to Astaire because you like your forks in order or because you want your kids to be good, I've no problem with you. But if I find out that you're devoted to Astaire and you still live in this town, I will find you and I'll take out my rapier again and I'll say, and it won't be pretty. But if you are a devotee, you have the option to come to me and publicly profess that you are renouncing any devotion to Astaire, or we'll arrange a boat for you to be taken to an island where devotees of Astaire are welcome. Now spread the word, and I expect to find a lot of people coming to me. And I have a number in mind, and if enough people don't come to me and tell me that they're renouncing Astaire, I'll go and find them.
The crowd hears these words, The old woman stares at you in fear as the rapier is leveled at her once again.
Norm will speak up. If you would like to report someone who you know is an Astaire devotee, we will be paying 1 silver per person that you write down and report to me. You can just bring a piece of paper to the tavern tonight. Easy silver.
Mm-hmm. And that's mostly what happens. Folks are a little intimidated. These are common village folk. They don't deal with threats and violence. They just harvest their turnips and potatoes and go back to their houses and argue about stupid shit all day. Here is a life and death issue in front of their faces, and they are all ill prepared for it. So that night in the tavern, you get little scraps of paper passed to you by those that can read and write. You get names handed to you by those who don't and just speak it to you. And by the end of that evening, you've got a list of 50 people in this town of 500 that have been classified as Astaire devotees that show up to the temple, or not the temple, to the town square every Sunday, which happens to be tomorrow, and make their prayers and follow along with the priests and compliment the soldiers on their garb. And we're generally very pro White Prince and very pro God of law and order.
I think we just wait for tomorrow for the sermon, and we do it then, yes? And
Yeah,
so-
if there's less than 50 people at that sermon, we start knocking on doors.
John and Archie, how does this make you feel? Because let's start with Archie specifically. You've never been one for the politics of this. You're a loyal soldier who likes to drink and fight, and you're here for a good time. And you've been dealing with this Rohi person, and you've got definitely a connection there. But you've never really expressed religious fanaticism. How do you feel about rounding up all of these Astaire devotees?
I think we're okay with it. Like, it seems right now that Archie's mostly thinking about how bringing down the White Prince is like the big goal, and kind of he's not a religious fanatic, but like he's been starting to think that serving Rohi might be some sort of purpose for him, right? And he's made good experiences with deities giving him stuff, although he doesn't really know what he got from Telemachim. So he feels like, if this is what the crew wants to do, it doesn't really go against anything that he believes in. I think we're okay with it right now. We'll see where it goes, I guess, because there's probably going to come a point when it maybe becomes too much, but I don't think we're there right now.
Okay. I think, John, we know how you feel about this. You issued this command to be carried out, so that's pretty straightforward.
I have faith in my head cleric.
Excellent. Well, the next day comes, day 3 on this island, and sure enough, all the Astaire devotees are out in force. Even probably a little bit more showy than they would normally. They're wearing their finest Sunday best. They've cleaned their symbols. They cleaned their brooches. They've, tightened and rightened their tunics and dresses. And they come out together with a couple of priests and priestesses who lead them into the town square and perform their normal Sunday rituals.
I'll take.
I have 4 magic missiles now. I didn't take read magic.
That's okay.
I will come out for this, but I just watch.
I will approach the priests and priestesses. Are these specifically Astaire priests and priestesses?
Yes.
Okay. I will approach them, and regardless of what they're doing, mid-ceremony, don't care. I just walk up to them. I'm like, sorry, you're not allowed to do that here anymore. It's like, it's not there's a new law in town.
The head priestess takes a moment and straightens her dress a little bit, tightens the sleeves. We've heard your edicts, and we do not recognize the rule of law presented by the Dark Heretic, or the Crimson Fists, or even that monkey.
Very well.
Nuts.
You'll recognize the rule of the sword. I'll take out my rapier in an attempt to attack her.
Go ahead and make me roll to hit. I'll give you a +2. Okay, doesn't matter. Natural 20. The sword goes right through her insides. You could roll me damage if you want, but she only has 2 HP, so there's no way you're not at least bringing her to unconsciousness. And you'll need another D6 because you crit her.
Ah.
6 points of damage. It's enough to slide in and slide out. One of those nasty stomach wounds that without immediate medical attention is sure to be a long, slow, painful death. She slumps to the ground. The people around her are ready. They've been talking with other Stair devotees in the night. And they know that this might be a dangerous time for them. And they stand firm. Another priest looks to the body. That's, the pool of blood is forming nearby. And clears his throat, tries to continue the sermon.
Normal magic missile them.
Go for it.
44 plus 4.
Yeah, he explodes in blood and death and flesh all over the place. He had 5 hit points. He's just peppered to the ground and dead. And their ranks gonna hold after this? No, their ranks break. Immediately, the crowd, the Stair devotees begin to break and buckle and walk away, back away, hands go up in the air.
Normal yell out. This is your chance to renounce a Stair or get on the ship and get out of here. Do not leave this town square. Anyone who leaves will be killed. Make your decision now. You have 10 minutes. Those who wish to leave, he'll show them, go over here. Those who wish to stay and renounce a Stair, come over here.
About 10 of the 50 move over to the renouncing side. The other 40, half of the 40 go to the leaving side, and the other half of the 40 just stand their ground and emphatically say that this is their home and they will not leave. You'll have to kill them.
Are they in a line? They in a group?
No, they're kind of clustered together, talking amongst themselves, and then they form not a nice shape, but just a little bit of a mass of 20 folks with one proud person at the forefront. Another old man at the forefront. His chest sticks out.
I whisper to Sail. Do you want me to lightning bolt them?
I'll say, let's try. We killed the priest. Let's try to handle this with some tact. But yes, if hell breaks out,
just give me a thumbs up if you want me to lightning bolt that group, and he'll point at them, whispering.
Perfect. All right. I'll take my time. I'll hold the hands of and talk to the people who were down to Stair and let them know, okay, go in peace. Just please take it on good faith. I will hear about it if you're continuing to worship a Stair. And the one rule that we never break in the Crimson Fists is deception and lying. If you lie to me, there will never be forgiveness. You will never hide from me. You will never run from me. But if you go in good faith, then go in good faith. There are plenty of other deities you could worship. I bid you good day, and I'll let them leave.
And they head towards the boats. Have you prepared a boat for them to leave on?
Oh wait, are these not the people that are renouncing?
I'm sorry. The people who are renouncing renounce their faith in front of you, and then they go and have their day. Sorry.
And then the people who are willing to leave.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll bring the I'll tell them to go to the docks and wait for us.
I'll have John and Archie, if they would, escort them and watch them.
Yeah.
I sent Archie to do it. I'm going to stay where I am.
All right. Archie goes to the docks to keep an eye on the people who are going to leave peacefully. And now there's just these 20. Well, 18, because you already dealt with 2 of them.
I'm going to attempt a little conversation with them. Say, okay, what does a Stair mean to you? Why do you hold your faith so strongly to the White Prince? Law and order, I can understand. I can understand loving a Stair. But the White Prince is a different matter entirely. He takes your sons and your daughters, your gifted children, and he whisks them away to his inner islands, never to be seen again, to be forced to work as slaves in his hierarchy, in his bureaucracy. He takes and he takes and takes, and all he gives is a false sense of security. How quickly did his defenses on these islands crumble at the mere mention of the Crimson Fists? Was he ever really protecting you? I can understand your devotion to Astaire, but your devotion is blinding you to the fate that is in front of you. Why not worship Martha? Worship someone else. Why not leave?
I will never be told what to believe by anyone. You come in here telling me to do your bidding and follow your ways just because you say so? Not on my life. I'd rather be a dead man than enslaved to your foolish ideology.
I'll ask him, do you follow the White Prince?
With all my heart.
And I'll say there's no difference between me and him, and I'll give Nivram the thumbs up.
Nilrim will lightning bolt that whole crowd.
Lightning rips through the streets. The bodies are torn into pieces. And in a moment...
See the damage, you know? 76 is a level 7? Yeah. 24 damage.
Yeah, even on a pass, they all die. Ripped to shreds by the lightning bolt. Just that smell of copper in the air, that sort of weird metallic taste, your hair standing on end. Very quiet. But Creighton Island is definitely yours now. There are no more soldiers or White Prince or Astaire devotees here.
Well, we gotta go rip out the tongues and the eyes of the other people, right?
I'll take a moment to give a little speech here and say, listen, I offered them mercy and they refused it. So this is what the White Prince have done to the people who refuse to follow him. I'm only meting out what is justice.
We go to the dock.
Do you go to the dock? There's 20 people there who've seen what happened to those that
just
stay
before
behind.
we move on to the scene, because I was just watching this from maybe the roof of one of the buildings. Was there a crowd for that, or was it just those people there? Was like the rest of the town watching?
I'd be shocked if
Rest
there
of
was
the
no
town.
crowd.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if there's nobody else watching.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has been hearing about all these people coming out, and then, we're going to collect everyone. Everyone's here on some level, whether if they're on rooftops a little bit away, or if they're in the streets, or if they're, climbed a tree to watch, but everyone is here to see what's going down.
And there's no collateral damage from the lightning bolt. It was just those.
Nilrim's got 18 intelligence. I assumed he positioned himself to kill these people and not hit any other buildings.
Perfect.
Nilrim will yell out,
Carry on.
"It's Nilrim the Maleficent, not the Magnificent."
Excellent. Well,
And then we go to the dock, and Archie, would you do us a favor?
Always.
Would you put them all in a line for us and bring them over one by one? Sale has to do something to them.
All right, folks. Yeah, let's do it.
No,
You line them up?
to the people. You have chosen to leave the island, and that is okay. If you break ranks after what you see, you will be killed. I will kill you with a magic missile. You will be allowed to leave this island alive, but you will be mutilated. And then we pull one forward, probably the old lady first. And I think Sarah can do what he wants, yeah.
I'll take great pleasure in burning out her eyes.
I think this is where
But
we'll
a hot-
take our break. We'll come back on the other side with some more Tides of Death. Unless you wanted to detail that more?
No, I think less detail is better.
True.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. Our party has mopped up Creighton Island. You've taken your taxes. You've dealt with the people here. There's not much more in Creighton Island for you now. Is there?
I don't think so. We've checked the White Prince's former buildings, didn't find anything of use. We've
No, full of crap.
chased off the Astaire followers. We've collected our taxes.
We cut out all
their
tongues and their eyes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Send them on their way. Good.
Yep.
I think
Send
we're
them as
pretty
a
good.
warning message back to the inner
Who's
room.
that ship?
I assume you just found someone and gave them some money and told them to take them to the inner
No,
ring.
I thought the point was to leave one with their eyes and tongue.
Ah, sure. And then you
Yes.
buy some boat off someone and be like, "Good
Yeah.
luck making it to the inner ring," and
Yeah.
just put him out on the sea. Yeah, easy peasy.
So
Our-
while John was watching this happen, my thoughts go to like, how do we go about collecting our taxes now? So I think that's what he's thinking about. We really do need to find some more ships. Because
Let's get a ship on the open ocean right now.
It's going to be full-time job for a single crew to go around the outer rim collecting
Probably.
taxes.
Probably 2 or 3 or 4 ships, like, to be honest.
Well, if we
And then
collect
we also
once a
wanna-
quarter, how long does it take to go around the rim, Neil, if you spent a day at each island?
Like 20 days. Well, if you spent a
Yeah.
day at each island, there's 48 islands on the outer rim,
Yeah.
so a couple months.
So one ship could do it.
But the problem
Maybe-
is, if
Yeah,
you
but are
have
we
all
gonna-
of your gold on one ship,
Yeah, we're gonna
That's
trust
true,
one
yeah.
ship to have like our fucking entire wealth. I think we should have, in theory, 4, and they can do like a quarter of each area, and then they can have time to go, put their ship
That's true.
back, actually have a life.
I think a maybe even better one would be to set up like an outpost
Yeah.
along
Yeah.
where like and have
Yeah,
a
we
ship
need-
attached to that outpost that goes to the islands. It's like a heavily armed ship that takes
And
it
it
in
needs
and
to be
takes it to
people
that
we
outpost.
trust.
So we need to. I
Yeah.
think we need to. We've got Sulphur Island. I think we need to pick 3 more islands on the other corners of the rim.
Yeah.
To empower.
Well, we have one at the very bottom that we can work with the goblins.
Yeah, do we want to send a ship of goblins around to collect our taxes? I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, but I'm saying like we could definitely have like, I think it's Monshare, or no, the Crab Strait. We can definitely work with them in the Crab Strait.
The humans
I mean-
were still on the other side of the Crop Strait, were they?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, maybe we can work with them.
We could probably work with the goblins and just have that like have a human crew drop off the gold and the goblins mine it
Yep.
for us. Like because we just need the outpost to like a safe. It's a bank essentially. Just
And
holds the gold.
then Jamuba, we own that.
Yeah, Jamuba, that's definitely should be one.
So we
Is
have. We
Is
just
that
need
not
one
close
at
to
the
where
top.
we are now, though?
It is
No,
a
no,
bit close
Jamuba's-
to where we are now. Yeah,
Where are we now, Neil? Creighton.
on the right
Okay.
side.
Well, it doesn't have to be Creighton, to be fair.
No, I
Did
think
we
it should
not
be like.
take control?
Jamuba
was
is
that
the one
island
that we
with the
did take
Duke?
control. Oh,
Virex.
Virex. Yeah, that's further
Where's
down.
Virex?
It's kind of
Further down,
southeast.
yeah. But we didn't really take control.
No, we didn't. We just killed the Duke, didn't we?
We just killed the dude.
Well, we
I
left
think Jamuba?
Shoshona was her name in charge of it.
Yeah,
It's
actually
true.
we did. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Is Flotsam too close?
We can't do Flotsam.
It's too close to our boat. Our
We
Yeah,
can do
it's gonna draw
Sulfur. I
attention.
think Sulfur's fine.
no, definitely Sulphur, yeah. Definitely Sulphur,
So-
definitely Jamuba. And then we need 2
Sulfur,
more.
Jamuba, Monshare, and then we need one more.
Which
Or,
one was
sorry,
one share again?
Crab Strait. The very
Crop
bottom one.
Strait.
Well, the 3 that you've picked are almost
Perfect
equidistant
triangle.
around the
Yeah,
islands.
those are pretty good. And then we just
Okay,
need
yeah,
one
so
up
maybe we
top.
just do. Well, maybe we just do 3 then. Actually, Neil's right. It's a
Fine.
good triangle.
Yeah.
That gives how many islands did you say there were, Neil?
48, I think.
So what's that like? 13? No,
16 per.
16 each. Yeah,
That's not bad.
that's okay. Yeah.
16 days to collect, then they have the other half of the month or whatever to fuck off.
So that way, if we split it between 3, they could collect monthly.
Yeah.
And then we could send
Yeah.
one major ship from Sulphur Island to collect.
On our way back, can we find a
those.
ship then? We just need to steal ships.
Yeah.
So
We'd steal some ships. I think we.
on our way back, we look for
a while.
ships.
Actually, I think it's 60 on the outer rim. I thought it was 60 total, but the outer
So
ring
it'd
is
be
60.
20 each.
Yeah,
That's
20
fine.
each.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because we could even do like a thing where like, yo, use 3 islands, get your taxes onto the one island, and we'll send a ship to collect it from that one island. No, we can. It could be admin out, you know.
Yeah. Well, they could. I mean, Sulphur Island is our main base
That
of
is-
operations, right?
That will be the grander scheme when we have all of the islands on the outer rim, which will be
Yeah.
probably 40 episodes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I
cool.
think-
Well,
I think like we've
Good.
started to take control of a lot of them, and as we're arriving more and more, like some of the work that we do on each island is going to be pre-done now because we're going to send out the
Yeah.
message about the followers of Astaire, so that's
Yeah.
not going to be needed to be done on every single island now.
No one
When
will
we-
bring up you get an island on board, you get a cut of their percent to the captain. Is he receptive?
yeah, I think that's right because it's kind of like. I mean, you call it a pyramid scheme, but it's actually like just a medieval hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Sulfur is
Yeah.
the king, the others are dukes, the rest are counts, sort of thing.
And that's how
In-
we sell it.
Parts of ancient
mission
Rome,
access.
their tax collection system was to find a group of mercenaries and say, how much in taxes can you extract from this land, and then just had whatever mercenary group said they could extract the most extract taxes, and then anything extra that they extracted they could keep for themselves. And that's how the Romans taxed some sections of their empire in certain
That's
periods of their
interesting, isn't
time. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you could do taxes.
Okay, cool. Well, I think we can get Kalfu and the second crew, John Brophy, to. I think we should be sending a ship around the Outer Rim to check in on each island to make sure that, they're not flying the White Prince's flag anymore, that their guards aren't there, that their shit's gone. Like, I
Those
think we
people
wanna-
need to be leveled up, I think,
Yeah.
before we do that. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll also have to like actually come up with like a hierarchy of like Pirate King, Pirate Duke, etc., or whatever
Yeah.
Yeah.
pyramid we decide to go for.
Yeah, we could come up with like some new titles.
It depends on how into it you guys want to get with this, because you could get very in depth on the Outer Rim taxations and whatnot.
I think I don't want to have like a ledger of like, oh, this island was short 43 copper and
No,
no.
we burnt down a house, but like having a general, like this is the rough structure and it's kind of like a canvas. Whenever we land on an island, there's something to build off of.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
We can make it a spreadsheet.
I mean, I wonder if it makes sense for us to actually stop down at every island outside the Outer Rim and do that. Like, even if
Probably.
we
We
don't,
want to do it anyways, yeah.
even if we don't role play us going to every single island,
Yeah.
we could pick a select few where maybe something interesting happens. But maybe we should spend 6 months securing the Outer Rim and making sure that we are actually in charge.
Can we, on our way back right now, pillage a ship? Because we just need ships. That's our issue.
We can find one. We've been trying to get Brophy a ship for a while, I think.
Oh, we got him one. We got him one. We just need,
Did we?
right? I'm almost positive.
Well, you have some preferences, right? You don't want little fishing boats. You don't want
No.
rundown ships. You're looking for something of quality, something nice.
Yeah, we have 3 ships right now. We have the Viking, the legit ship, and the Golden Light, which is Brophy's ship now.
And then you also have the ship that Ajora has been using,
Merchants.
Yeah.
right? But she's sort of doing her own merchanting and checking in with you from time to time.
Yeah.
That's more like a rumor gathering and it's like passive
Mhm.
income ship, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. We are going to need more men and women, though,
Mhm.
through these ships.
Mhm.
I think offering coin and recruitment, that's like a pretty, like, we're now a job scheme, right? We're the Outer Ring job
Yeah.
scheme.
Yeah.
No
when
one's
we-
gonna
when-
go and start donating to orphanages and bringing on like the older ones, the pirate crew,
Yeah.
people who have
Well,
like
let's-
really nothing.
Let's take it one island at a time as our party leaves Creighton and sails backwards against the current, heading back, I do believe, for Sulfur Island to check in with your people there and messages. And it is a very different voyage than on your way out here. You don't really see much in the way of ships in the water. Even as you pass islands, like you'll see the fishing boats are all pulled in towards the docks. And you'll get maybe this first island, who cares about? Alba Island is special, and if they're being weird, it's fine. Nightcrawler Island's kind of abandoned. Then you come across these two, which have been a little bit quiet, and you start to feel a little bit suspicious and weirded out by the
probably gonna
situation.
bring up that. Well, do you think that the White Prince is gonna send his flagship? Do you think it's in this area? No one's
I
out
think
at sea.
now that the White Prince has abandoned the rim, I think they're all scared of pirates. I think
Yeah,
we need
it's-
to instill confidence, make sure that trade's still happening here. Otherwise, there won't be any taxes to collect.
You're passing Colrogia when you see all of their fishing boats pulled in. Maybe one fishing boat kind of a couple hundred yards from shore, but not very far out at all. And you're getting this sense that something has changed around here.
We'll throw the flags up. Why are all the boats in? We ask.
Just like, near Colrogia, you flag it from
Yeah.
sea. Yeah, you can take some time to send flags up and down. And the message that you will get back is dragon sighting. Dock now.
Oh. Is Colrogue even near where we let Telemachy out?
No,
Telemaki's
I mean,
way over here.
you're on your way
That's
here
pretty-
from Telemachy, so
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not close even.
What are the chances it's our dragon, or could it be one we don't even know about?
I think it's a bit too much of a coincidence. It's got to be the same dragon.
Gotta be the same dragon.
Yeah.
you keep
Let's
going.
keep going.
Same thing with Port Augustus. You know, just a few boats in the water. None of the merchant vessels are out or anything. The
We'll throw the same
Deadlands.
flags up. At Augustus.
Same message.
Yeah.
You know, dragons.
When was it last seen?
Um,
Dragons or dragon? S or
this says dragons, plural, cited.
when was the last one? When?
Oh,
You just get the message, come dock.
Fuck off. We keep going.
Yeah. Deadlands is an empty place. You passed Yuma, and it's, a quiet place to begin with. They don't have much in the way of ships anyway, and their boats are kind of out there. Then Port Ferris, and you can either come and hang out in your base, or go through the strait and try and flag them, or even dock in Port Ferris, or you can just pass on by and head to your...
I would like to see what's going on in Port Ferris. We don't have to dock, but I would like to use my spyglass and have a little look at the docks there, see if I see the Inquisitor and the White Prince's men and stuff like that.
Yeah, you will get to Port Ferris, and you will not see any flags of the White Prince here.
Nice.
Hey,
Okay.
man,
Gone.
they might have fucked off.
Yeah,
The
well, they
triumphant
fucked up.
return.
Yeah.
Can we
Could
dock
here,
that?
Captain.
In your
You wanna
pirate
dock and
ship?
figure out what's going on? I mean, there's no
Yeah.
White Prince. There's no White Prince flags. Who's gonna stop us?
Let's do it. Let's dock. Let's not cause trouble here, then, remember.
I agree.
Yeah. The four of
This
you
is our home.
pull up on your boat. And now there's no denying. There's no one in this town who might recognize you and not realize that you're pirates. It's clear at this point as you pull in on your pirate boat and step onto the docks of Port Ferris. Now, there still is the giant White Prince emblem built into the Port Ferris main dock. No one has torn that down.
Not yet.
Yeah, it's still
Let's get
Right
that
over
done,
here
though. I
for
think
you.
it's a good idea. When you say the emblem, remind me, where is it? Is it like a paper thing, or is it?
No,
built
no,
into
it's
the
like-
on
stone?
the map.
yeah, it'll take a moment for the map to resolve, but it's the tiles on the ground are blue and gold in the shape of the triangle of Astaire.
Okay. Well, we do need to get rid of that.
So it's not a problem for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can come on in and take a look, and the port town is kind of quiet. There's really not much going on in here. Out by the docks is, for the first
I'll
time
yell
in
to
a
the
long time, just kind of empty. There are people
Harbor
around.
Master.
Mm-hmm.
What's this about dragon?
Harbor Master
Yeah, it's
comes
the
on
Harbor
over
Master.
towards you. Dragon, you haven't heard? Dragon's been
No.
seen out in the seas. Every boat coming round has been saying it.
More than one.
Shrugs. When
colour
two
was it?
boats come by saying they've seen a dragon, I don't know if it's the same one or if it's two different dragons, but I would advise you not to take your ship out to sea unless you absolutely need it.
And what happened to the White Prince and his men?
They packed up their stuff a little while ago and left.
Before the
Without-
dragon.
Before the dragon sighting, yes. We didn't get much word on why or how or when, but they all packed up.
Well,
I'll
they were
whisper
never
to the
welcome on the
captain.
rim anyway.
And he
Tell
shrugs
them,
his head back
tell
and
them
forth.
what you told the other island.
Well, you know who we are?
He looks to Archie and nods.
The reason the White Prince ain't round here no more is because the rim belongs to us now.
You and Lady Nightingale, right?
Well, Nightingale's got our own business elsewhere. But all you need to know is that this town is under our protection. Taxes are being cut in half. And we're looking for recruits. Able-bodied men and women who can sail a ship, swing a sword, looking for a life of adventure. Send them our way.
We will be
Well,
collecting the taxes now, though.
I don't think anyone's sailing as long as that dragon's out there. Might be time to catch some well-needed rest on the shore. Kick your heels up
Perhaps.
for a little while.
What does this dragon look like? Is anyone? What does the sighting say?
Oh, there's a great worm in the sea, is what they said.
If the
But-
dragon bears our mark, the dragon will cause you no problem.
I think that's our dragon.
That's our dragon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? You have a dragon?
That's our dragon, yeah. We let him go. He was under a mountain. He's our friend now.
I
Been
wouldn't call
captured
him
by
a
the White Priest.
dragon. I wouldn't call him a dragon either. I would call him a god if you ever meet him. I would spread that around.
You're telling me the four of you on that little boat, no offense, own a dragon?
We don't own the dragons.
We don't own the dragon.
Well, no, he's like, not ours like a cat. Ours like a friend.
It's a friend of ours.
He's a friend of ours.
We share an enemy, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay.
Any of these boats say that the dragon damaged any ships? Or has it just been seen?
Why, I think if a dragon damages a ship, there ain't no survivors to tell about it.
Well, perhaps
Everything's
another ship
docked.
saw it happen.
Are there any nice ships in the dock right now?
Yeah. You don't have a crew to get it anywhere, but yeah.
No, but I could.
I don't think we should steal from our own citizens.
Oh, that's true.
Captain, I believe it is called, what is it called again? Something,
Nationalization.
nationalization. That's it. And this is for the good of the people. But we should probably spread the word that the dragon is our friend, and we
Well,
never
we
asked him how he wants people to worship him. Actually, this could be a really good cover for us. I kind of like stroked my beard. We could get people to start worshipping him, and that would actually get us in with him pretty well.
As Sale's talking, I sort of step in front of the Harp Master and say, ignore this conversation, but I'm hoping, friend, we've dealt with each other before, that you might be able to speak to whoever's running things around here and
Lady
collect our
Chroma.
taxes.
Look, I'm just
Of
the harbor
which-
master. I collect the docking fees. I pass them off up to the nobles. Nobles in charge.
Where's
I
the
don't-
sheriff then?
Okay, fine. What you can
we're
do
the
for me-
nobles around here. Where are our docking fees?
what you can do, buddy, is a couple of these ships in the dock here look very interesting, and since people don't want to be sailing no more, maybe they're looking to make some gold for their useless ships. Could you point me in the direction of the owners of these couple of vessels here?
And he takes a look at the ones you're pointing at, the nice ships over here, and yeah, of course. Let's see, that one there is owned by Lady Butterworth, and that one over there is owned by her sister. Also Lady Butterworth, but younger, so Madam Butterworth, or we usually just call them the two ladies. The two ladies
good.
Butterworth.
Thank you for that, friend. I will turn around to the crew and say, okay, Archie and Nilrim, find Lady Chroma or whoever's in charge here and go and collect our taxes. Remember, it's 10%, half of what the White King was charging, the White Prince is charging.
10%.
I'm sorry, Lady Chroma has no longer with us.
Is her husband around? Who owns the island?
Lady Chroma threw herself from her tower.
You didn't
Oh,
answer
shit.
my question. Who owns the island? I don't care how she died.
Who's
I-
collecting the taxes, friend?
Her son,
Thank you.
Right.
Lord Chroma.
Well, Nilrim, Archie, you go and find this Lord Chroma here. Collect our taxes. Remember, 10%. We're giving them a discount. Make sure that they appreciate that.
Can I fuck this
Sale?
kid up?
I assume that you need to go and see to the priests here.
Oh yeah, I'll have a big
Remind
smile
them
on my
of
face.
the edict.
Oh yeah,
Very
I
good.
can't wait to beat the clerics on this island.
Wait, I think I beat this. I think I beat Lord Chroma up before.
Wait, is this the kid we beat up at the start?
I think this is the kid that no one beat up. Yeah, and then. took us all.
Wait, I beat him up.
I don't
I ambushed
remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe. It's
Didn't we take his key? Did we take
Yes.
his key as well? Yeah,
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Jesus.
Harbour Master, what's your name?
Henry.
Henry. You've done good work today, mate. And I've always appreciated the way you handle things here, so this is a little bonus for you. And I hand him 30 gold.
Thank you. He'll take it in his pocket. Thank you very much.
Very well. I will busy myself. I have some contacts that I need to go and speak to. I trust that you guys can handle your business.
I would love to pay a visit to my old friend.
I leave the crew and I will head off to the blacksmith.
Archie's coming with me.
Yeah, Archie and Nilrim, the brains and the brawn. Let's collect the
All right.
taxes.
Sail.
We're gonna. Oh yeah.
Sail. There's going to be a lot of this wrangling of Astaire folk, right? Every island we go to, we're going to have to do this thing over and over again. It's going to be time consuming, and we should develop a
System, like a ritual, like a way to do it.
yeah, we should develop a way to smooth this along, so it's not so we don't have to drag out. Okay, and I burn her eyes, and I rip out the tongue, and how would you like to go about this sort of thing? I think there's a couple of large problems. First being, not everyone is going to recognize your authority off the bat or take you seriously. You've spent so much time being incognito that like people might have heard of the Crimson Fist, but they also might just think of it as like a legend or a rumor. You're going to need some way to showcase that you are serious and that you mean business, so you don't have to like deal with people blowing you off and just not taking you seriously. How are you going to showcase to all the people of a town that you mean business?
Almost certainly, it would probably involve getting the clerics of Astaire, bringing them to the water, and then turning undead on them, and then being like, "Is anyone else? Does anyone else want to continue following Astaire?"
That's like a good climax. But how do you get all of the clerics of Astaire to come down to the beach with you? Like, aren't they just going to ignore you? Or if there's, the clerics and the priests, there could be a lot of them. A town like this has got 5,000 people. There could be half a dozen priests and clerics, maybe more.
I'd probably have to start bringing a crew with me. Like on smaller islands, I could probably handle the local priests myself. They're probably like, level 0, level 1 characters. But in a town like this, he might be like a level 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in that region. And he might have one person. He might have ways to fight me, essentially. Is what you're asking.
It could get messy.
I suppose, depending on the size of the island, I would probably hire some local muscle. Be like, hey, you guys want to make some money? I got to get rid of a cleric. That's the job.
Finding folks who are gonna, side with you to fight the established religious order is gonna be kind of tough, though. I mean, imagine if you showed up in Boston and you're like, "Hey, I need some blokes to go fuck up a priest with me." That's a tall order to get some locals to do it for some money. Especially if there's like a sheriff around, they're gonna be breaking the law for you. If you were a well-known and respected person, it might be easy, but you're coming in fresh for these folks.
That's a difficult question. I'll have to have a think about that one.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll give you a think on it while we flip over and see what the others are doing for a minute. Archie and Nilrim,
All right,
where
Archie,
are you headed?
We're going to Lord Chroma's house, Archie.
All
We're
right.
gonna do this. We're gonna do this Magic Man style. All right. I'm gonna
Okay.
knock open the doors like the magnificent wizard I am, and I'm just gonna walk in, and I'm gonna sit in his parlor. You're gonna be with me. If anyone tries to fuck with me, I need you to punch him and beat him up.
Always.
Cool. Nilrim
what
goes
we do.
to the Lord's house. He knows where it is. We've heisted this place before.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone at the gate?
Yeah, totally. There's a little wrought iron gate there, a garden on the inside. You can see a couple of halflings hanging around on the garden, having some drinks, putting their feet up on a chair when they should be working.
Young halflings, would you come here for a moment?
One of them
Archer's
rolls
gonna
his eyes
stand
and
next to him menacingly.
hops up and trots on over to the gate. Hello.
Would you please open this?
I'll go.
I will hand him 4 gold pieces.
Oh, look, the gate fell open. He flips open the latch really quickly and walks over, throws it open, takes the gold from you, and goes and sits back down in his chair with his buddy.
See, this is why you gotta hire good help. You gotta pay people good money so they want to work for you and not fuck you over. I enter. I go up to the house door. I open.
Yeah.
it. It's open.
Yeah, it's opened.
Unlocked.
It's unlocked, yeah. But you open it, and there's a
walk in.
servant, just inside the door who turns and looks at you, goes, "Excuse me, help, guards!" and shouts in.
I'm here for a meeting with the lord of this house. The halflings let me in and told me just to go. I don't know why you're screaming for the guards, ma'am.
It's most unusual entry behavior. This is never the way. And by now a foot soldier shows up. He's got like maybe a short sword at his side, sort of honorific more than anything. He's got like fine clothes on, but no armor. This is not the going into combat, but just like the presence of muscle around here sort of person who strides forward, chest out. Hello,
me, sir.
citizen.
I'm here to meet with the Lord. Would you please?
You'll have to come back at
advance?
another time with an appropriate appointment.
I will pull out 10 gold.
Are you trying to
hand it
bribe
to
me? I am the house guard of Lord Chroma, owner of this island. How dare you try to bribe me? He puts a hand on his sword, but doesn't draw it.
I will motion Archie to come in.
Archie will move up.
Stand back, sir. Don't make me
How
hurt
about
you.
you stand back? Don't. I'd like to see you try.
He draws his short sword.
Nilrim puts his
Stand
hand
back.
on his face. You caused this man to die, lady. How does that make you feel?
Back, I say.
What?
And he points his sword in Archie's direction. The woman just sort of backs up towards the a doorway in the hallway that she's in, and turns, looks down the hallway, and goes, "Help! Help!"
Punch him, Archie.
Archie just kind of shrugs and we'll start punching him.
All right, give me an initiative roll. This guy's gonna do 1d10 plus 3 for his short sword.
Let me make sure it's like my. Where the fuck is my token?
I will give you a token. You see Archie. There you go.
Thank you.
Right here.
Am I at full HP? I feel like we've recovered by now.
Yeah,
huh?
you're definitely at full HP by now.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right, there you go.
Punch him. Yes.
Same initiative. He takes the sword. He thrusts it straight into your belly. He
I'll also
does.
I also want to use my free block on his attack. Can I do it?
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll your block. He would have killed you, but you managed to deflect the short sword with one hand while critically the shit out of him with the other. Please roll me double damage. 12 damage to the 3 HP guard. You break his face and he falls to the ground and will
Do I
bleed to death
notice-
the next round.
Do I notice anything, except for the fact that I'm obviously the best puncher in the world? Do I notice anything off about this interaction since I've eaten the dragon whisker? Does it feel any different?
It was over way too fast. You really did protect the
Okay.
shit out of your party here. There
All
was.
right, yep.
You'll need a bigger challenge to feel that, I think.
Okay.
Nilrim will call out, we'll be waiting in the parlor for the Lord. And he'll make himself in the parlor, he'll make himself a drink.
Yeah. 5 minutes later, the thump, 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 thump of a whole bunch of armed guards come on downstairs. It takes 5 minutes because they bothered to find their gear and put on their armor and grab their shields. And soon the parlor doors are opened from both sides as 8 guards, 4 from each side, come on in. Some of them have spears. Most of them have spears. A few of them do have swords. And following behind them is the young Lord Chroma.
Just before this, Keneal, can you shout the rolls, please?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Here.
Just because they'll
the
keep
rolls.
pinging.
It's nothing new. I just fucking critical got every single high roll I could possibly have gotten. Chat. Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't need to see it.
19 natural to hit, 30 modified, 6 and 1 on damage.
How many priests is it? How many guards does this guy have?
8.
Okay.
And Lord
And
Chroma
8
comes in
guards to
behind
take
them.
Archie.
It's good to see you again, my lord. It's been a while since we've seen each other.
Who
Don't know
are
if remember
you?
me. Does he have an arm? Did he miss an arm? What happened to him? I can't remember. Did I
He's
take
got an
from
arm
him?
and a sling.
Oh shit. Still. I am with the Crimson Fists. We
Guards,
are
arrest
a-
this man immediately! Their weapons are already drawn out. They, the spearmen point them in your direction menacingly, like close enough that they have advantage on attack rolls. Yeah.
I'll say, guards, if you would wish me not to lightning bolt every single one of you and all of you not see your families, then I suggest you take a few steps back and put the spears down. I will pay you handsomely.
There is the very quick and nervous exchange of looks between all the guards' faces. Young Lord Chroma says, immediately! Stop that man! And the guards who... I mean, look at Lord Chroma. Right? And
How
then...
do you follow a man like that?
And then here's this wizard, this known brutal wizard who is just sitting down in your house, not doing
Having a
anything. Having a drink, right? That's a very unsettling situation. And so the guards sort of find the in-between where they're not going to piss off anybody, where they just hold still and like maybe, you know, the spear points come very gently backward, but not fast enough that they're like fully retreating.
Can I do like a charisma check to see like which one is like the leader of the guard, maybe who they look to see if like they were gonna back up?
Oh, well,
That's
yeah,
the one
that
I want to
you-
catch his eye on.
You can definitely catch that person. That would be the head of the household guard. That's one of the people who does have a sword instead of a spear and is sort of standing behind the ranks. This is an older person, an older woman. And she's sort of got gray hair and like pock marks and scars on her face from fighting for years. She's actually wearing proper chainmail and heavy gloves. You can't wear this chainmail here for long, but half an hour, yeah, you can get away with it.
No one
and
will
she-
give her like a gentle nod, and then he'll draw his attention immediately back to the Lord and ask him, please, come have a seat. I would like to begin our meeting. You've kept me waiting quite a while.
He pushes between his soldiers, looks at all of them. I will have your heads for this. When this man is gone, we are gonna have a serious talk about my leadership and authority and your... Turns and points his finger at you. Who are you?
Norm says.
He sits and then realizes that he probably shouldn't have sat and stands back up again. No, not taking orders from some interloper. What do you want? Do you even know whose house this is?
I do. I've been in here before. We've stolen from your mother. Your arm in a sling was done by me. You can thank me that you still have your life, and we didn't kill you for that key that we took. Now, before things get messy, I need you to sit. This is the last time I'll ask.
He's going to need to make a morale check. He doesn't realize that if he doesn't sit down, you're actually going to fucking kill him. And he botches his morale check. Yeah, he sits quietly. I think I will hear what you have to say. Have you come to
was getting
surrender?
tired anyway.
Guards, please give us a moment. And he'll look to the lady.
The lady says, everyone, you should clear out of here. You're no match for either of these men. You'll just get yourselves killed. And she lets them clear, but she will stay and stand behind the young lord. Now it's just the four of you.
The White Prince has abandoned this island because us, the Crimson Fists, are taking over the Outer Rim. We've already collected taxes from a few of the islands, and we have a deal for you. We will only be collecting half of the taxes that the White Prince collects. And if your ships bear our mark, the dragon that you have seen in the ocean, his name is Telemachy. He is a god. He will not hurt you. Sounds like a good deal to me.
I'm sorry. I did not hear you surrender.
Oh, I'm not surrendering. You are going to pay us taxes.
And why would I do that?
Because if you don't, I will kill you, and I will put someone in place of your household to pay me taxes.
What about the White Prince? He'll put a stop to you soon.
He's going to have his hands full with our dragon friend for quite a long time.
Don't you know your history? The White Prince sealed Telemachy in a mountain ages ago. If he's done it once,
Don't
he
you
can
know
do
that
it again.
He stood on a mountain for 40 days and 40 nights and prayed to the Astaire for him to have those powers, and now he's fucked it up. Do you think Astaire's going to listen to him again? The dragon is back, and he is going to rule over the Outer Rims. You can either accept my offer of half fees, or I'm sure I can instill someone in your very lovely home.
The young Lord Chroma is way out of his depths. This is a high power life and death decision, and this kid is just not equipped for this sort of thing. He looks to the bodyguard behind him. And she takes a knee and whispers into his ear a few lines. He looks at you and goes, I suppose I don't have much of a choice in this situation. Where you want me to collect half the amount of taxes as normal and then give it all to you and keep none of it for myself.
You can collect the normal amount of taxes, and you can keep half of it for yourself. We just are owed our taxes. However, I would like you to make a sizable donation to the local orphanage yearly under Nilrim the Maleficent's name.
Fine. There's not very many orphans left there, though. A whole bunch of them died recently.
There will be more, I'm sure. I would also like, and he'll point to the older lady, I would like her to work for us. It's her decision. She can say no if she'd like. But we can have a talk about your pay, and you can choose your own soldiers and your own, you'll have your own ship. We just need you to collect taxes if you'd be so interested.
Fine. Whatever it takes to get you out of my house.
I nod. Then our meeting is concluded. I would like half of the taxes up front now. Please bring it down. You don't have to. Your guards could.
He looks to the guard who walks to the door, opens it, whispers to the soldiers there, and some minutes later, down is brought a heavy chest laden with silver.
No gold?
No, they collect all their taxes in silver here.
That's fine. I will ask Archie. Archie, could you pick up that chest for me?
I'll give him a side eye. Of course.
Very weak, I'm sorry. Frail wizard and all.
Well, put a hand on your shoulder. I know, buddy. I know.
My lady, please, we'll be here for, I think, a night or two. Think over my proposal. You can choose your own crew. We would love to have someone like you in our employ.
I am sworn to the Chroma family for life.
Understood. Do you have anybody that you would recommend?
She shakes her head a couple of times.
Understood. All right. We'll be going now. Thank you for the taxes. We'll be back every quarter to collect them. Norm will draw like a mark. This is if someone presents you with this mark, then that is a person who you can trust with the taxes to bring it back to me.
Would you make that mark on? I'm going to bring us to a different Roll20
Yeah,
page.
it'll just be the you know our fuck a stare symbol where it's like the triangles instead of the.
Yeah, it's the circle with the triangles on the corner on it instead of the.
Yeah, it'll just be that mark. Yep.
Great. Okay. Well then. I think we are going to be just about at our ending point. No, wait. We got to go back to Sail. I almost forgot about Sail. Okay.
Yeah,
The two of you wrap up here and head back. Sail.
The really quick version of the plan is I figure out what the previous institutions of power on this island were. So, for example, there's probably going to be a few guards who didn't like go back to the inner islands. There'll be some of the locals who were working for the White Prince, but probably weren't like loyalists. It was a job, right? I get them and I say, you got your old job back, but you work for me now. And we're basically going to be doing the same thing, except Estaire's the bad guy. And, you know, it's just a job to them. They probably don't care. So I'll probably get a few guys there. And that way it'll have a lot more legitimacy because it'll look like, oh, this is just the same thing we had before. Like, I
Mhm.
recognize Johnny. Johnny was a guard. He was working for the White Prince. He's
Right,
still in the same
right.
job, but now he's working for the Crimson Fist.
So how do you get these guards to work with you?
I offer them wages out of the taxes that we collect after I have a conversation with John.
Okay, so it's going to be sort of like we oppose authority over the legal and executive institution, and then we go to the guards and we get the guards to then round up the people.
Yeah, it's like you
Perfect, okay.
basically you know, the White Prince leaves. There's a little bit of a power vacuum. You come back in. You rebuild the power vacuum that looks almost the same.
Got it.
So if everyone's like, oh, this is just like life's going back on a normal, new king, same king.
So
same as
we'll
the old king.
essentially reconquer each island that you go to and take over their executive branch, and then just swap out the figurehead of state. You know, you guys now instead of a stare, and then you leave everything else intact and manipulate those pre-existing power structures to do your bidding.
Yeah, and then we use that to, once we have done that on each island or on an individual island, then we go after. It's like, okay, we're the new
Got it.
big dicks in town.
Perfect.
You're a cleric of a stare. We got to have a conversation.
Got it. That is excellent. Then,
That's
but I think
basically
we'll
what the basically what the church did. They used to have like little stone circles where they'd worship like the pagan gods, and they just built churches in the middle, so people were still going to the same place to worship.
Wait, what? Like,
Yeah,
people...
that's how they brought Christianity to Scotland. They had little stone circles like the Druids did, and they would pray in the stone circles, and the Catholics or the Christians that came were just like, we just build our churches in the center of the stone circles, and it's like it changes nothing for the people's worship. They go to the same place.
See, that's very clever. That's very clever. Oh, you have a holiday that's on this day? So do we have a holiday that's on this day. Just change the thing that you hang outside.
You co-opt the existing structure.
What a
perfect.
coincidence. Jesus was actually born on that same day that you hold that pagan festival.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It's so useful. Okay. Well, then, we're going to come back next week with some more Tides of Death. We're going to see what's happening on this island. We're going to see about getting some of those ships and about changing the power structure here in town, as we've just heard the conversation with. And then, when our party gets back to their main island, we have something in store. Someone is waiting for them. And we'll have that conversation when they get there. But that'll be
just to say though, it's not next week; it's the week after. Because I'm gone next week.
Yeah.
Oh, right, you're out next week.
Yeah, I'm gone. I'm in Spain until Thursday, so I could play a game on Friday. Probably. I think we are doing.
We're doing Tombs of Scoria on Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tuesday the 27th will be our next Dicing with Tides of Death.
Yeah, but
okay.
I think we're back to regular scheduling after that, right? It's been a bit of an unfortunate period, but we should be back to normal.
This is holiday season.
Yeah.
End of August, beginning of September is, for some reason, the second hardest time in the year to schedule D&D sessions. Every year, doing the shit for 9 years. August, September, super awkward. December, impossible. Everything else, more or less fine.
If this was if we were all professional, if we were somehow making so much money that this was our full-time job, we'd probably go on holiday during the same 2 weeks. That way we could make sure that it was only 2 weeks. But unfortunately, everyone's got, like, you've gone away for a while, and then I'm going away literally the week you get back. But
that's how the construction industry does it here. Like, every construction company takes the same 2 weeks off. It's like, this is your holidays. We're all out. No, nothing gets done for these 2 weeks.
Same in my girlfriend's job. She gets told, like, this month you can take holidays, otherwise there's other shit going on.
Weird. Well, that'll be it for Tides of Death today. We'll be back in a week and change. Catch you guys then. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, everyone.